Last we left off, your group departed from Port Nyanzaru to begin your expedition deep into the jungle towards the great dwarven forge of Hrakamar, where the albino dwarves have been ousted from their ancestral homeland. Taking more than enough guides to ensure a safe passage through the jungle, your group sailed down one of the main rivers leading out of the city. With resources, guides, and all the necessary preparations intact, your group felt comfortable. You were ready to go. Leaving, you had sparse, dangerous encounters through the jungle as you were able to safely navigate your way through. The only strange and unusual thing that happened was a run-in by a group of goblins, Bateries specifically, as they're called in this island, who engaged your group in a surprisingly friendly manner. Listening to them, heeding what they had to say, and taking up their offer for safety, your group stayed with them for a night and enjoyed food, water, comfort, and general information. Things you didn't know before about some of the 9 trickster gods and other things of the like. Taking what you had, your group left, departing from this goblin city and reaching your true destination, the town of Mabala, or once town. Arriving at Mabala, your group realized this was nothing but a hollow shell, a ghost village. Searching around, you only found one resident, a strange nanny, an old crone who lived in a hut near the centermost of the village, that appeared to have been decorated in various bones of some of the previous residents, perhaps, reclaimed from the wreckage of the city. Speaking with this crone, your group learned of her true nature, Nanny Poo Poo, and discovered her to be a green hag, according to Volo's observation, at least. Asking her some personal questions, your group derived a lot of information, including the nature of this strange town, being that once long ago it was attacked by a group of Patera folk, and she was the only survivor. Strange, but not ones to question, your group moved on. Currently, you sit in the hut of this bony nanny who worships Merkul to her claim. She's offered you many gifts, many offerings, and many potential options should death become an issue later down the line. Taking what she had into consideration, currently, her sitting across the table from you, she's cleaning up and getting ready to dismiss your group, lest you have any last words to say before you leave.
Oh, also, out of curiosity, that,
Sharply turns around towards you.
that grung from earlier, what did they head off to?
She kind of turns around again after staring daggers at you when you ask her this question. Moving around the room, continuing to clean up, she says, "A very polite young lady. Though strange. I don't get to meet many frog people. Lots of the jungle residents fear coming over here for some reason, but her specifically. She asked me for a gift. A gift involving my talents, of which we've discussed. I could tell you where she is, as she's currently working on a job for me to help pay for my gifts, as what she was asking was quite tasking of my powers. But it's never as simple as just giving something away for free now, is it? What do you have
Nothing's
to
ever free.
offer me?" She looks back towards you, looking you up and down. "I'm
Mhm.
willing to barter." She'll sit at the table, putting down some implements and bony machinations, little cups and mortars and pestles.
Admittedly, the Grung King just wanted to know what happened to her. I don't. Hmm. I don't know if I really want to offer anything for that knowledge.
But aren't you at the very least a bit curious what she could be doing? personal curiosity.
Does interest me a little, but
Smiles.
I
Then
could live without it.
surely you have a little to offer, if your interest is only a little.
So, just a quick refresher. What does she tend to like on offer?
She's strange, to say the least, from your interactions with her. She has offered you to do many jobs for her, some that involve killing her sisters, stealing DNA or hair, clipped fingernails, something of that sort from the Camp Vengeance leader, Niles Breakbone. Stuff like that that obviously wouldn't be apt payment for doing something, or for her giving you this kind of information. Besides that, just strange knickknacks litter this room. You could make me a general, let's see, insight check if you wanted to kind of glean what might be the best item in your possession to give her. That will get you what you need for the least cost.
I think I got the idea, but I'll go for it.
Don't I have to bring her the corpse of like a
How the
Proterra
hell
folk or
did
some
you
shit?
get here? I didn't
Been
even
here
hear the
for-
noise.
I've been in here for like 10 minutes. I just haven't been
The
saying
corpse of
anything.
what?
Didn't she say like I had to kill like a Proterra folk and bring him here or some shit?
She said that was one of her. She wouldn't mind if the Terra folk were eliminated by your group.
Okay, but
It
like,
would behest her.
okay, um,
There are many things she'll accept from you, but right now the information she's given you multiple options to choose from. She just expects you to return. She
okay,
strangely feels like you will at some point too.
probably.
And with a 20, let me just do some quick doot and doot. Let me check your character sheet and see what you have in your inventory.
Me or him?
Lucian.
I don't, we're kind of poor, and also some of it's listed on just D&D Beyond under other possessions.
Now,
Well,
generally, she would accept any aspect of DNA from you.
Yeah, I
something
figured.
something that you might not want to give. Beyond that,
give her some
Hmm.
toenails, Lucian.
I'm
you have a
not giving her
strange
my
crystal in your
toenails.
inventory. That is for your arcane focus. Should be interested in that. And to go on to any of your other party members, any strange trinkets you found through the jungle.
Okay, so question here, because I'm not actually sure about this one myself. The Wand of Wonder, does that also just focus as does that also just count as a general focus as well as being magic on top? Or
I'll say yes.
okay, in that case I can live with giving her the crystal.
So you'll hand it?
Yeah, that's fine by me. It's
Cool.
from the Feywild. Ice that
Fuck.
doesn't melt.
Yeah, she'll pluck the never melting ice and she'll feel it cold to the touch. She'll examine it very closely to her eye and she'll say, "Yes, there's a strange nature about this crystal," poking it with her elongated fingernails. "This will do just nicely." She tucks it away in a satchel pouch. "The one you search for. Out from here, looking down from this mountaintop, you'll see a vessel of some kinds, not too dissimilar to a ship you would see crashed in the water. However, this one appears crashed on land. Your investigations over there might lead you to the answers you seek."
Well, that was definitely worth the bargain. That's wild.
I sent her there because I'm curious what became of whatever crew lied within that ship. That is all. Perhaps you could bring her information back for her if you feel so kind.
We'll see.
She smiles and then immediately, kind of neutral expression takes her face. She turns around, she says, "Lest there's anything else you wish to ask or bargain for, I would recommend you depart. It's getting late and you wouldn't want the bugs to begin to bite you. And you can't sleep here."
I
Not
think we'll
my
be fine.
house, anyways. And I wouldn't recommend sleeping in any of the villagers' house. It's an ill omen.
I believe that.
She will begin, just kind of nod her head and then continue shuffling through objects and say, "Then depart."
All right. Guess
Well,
we'll
out we
just
go.
go.
hmm
Yep.
Without a second thought, your group hastily leaves this hag's cabin. Here's the information from Volo about her nature as a green hag. Has that brief conversation and now waits on the outskirts of the village. Currently, the sun is beginning to set, and you kind of see the general direction of the ship that was discussed by her. That Gareth spotted earlier when your group first entered the village. You now see it in clear detail and know where it is. It's circled on the map for curiosity's sake.
Mhm.
Right down here.
Oh, that's all the way over. How the fuck? Okay.
Like I said, so what's worth noting, it's what I told Gareth. It's a little bit of suspended disbelief for the sake that these grids are supposed to be 10 feet, or not 10 feet. Sorry, God, uh, 10 miles rather. Um, but I extended it to 1 day to make things easier, so we didn't have to count miles,
Okay.
or we didn't have to guess how many miles were in a day. But we didn't have to do that, so it made it easier.
Very fair.
Give it a time. So just, it's a very tall mountain. The clouds aren't hanging overhead covering it, and you just see tattered bits of wood barely in the distance. Very hard to spot. However, it is most definitively there.
Yeah, that is a problem for another day.
Yep. And with that declared, what will your group be doing? Walking down from the mountain and setting camp, or is there anything in the village itself you wish to do?
I fully believe that hag when they say it's an ill omen, so I'm good.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even really even need to sleep, and I believe it.
Unless there's any opposition, your group departs. Leaving the village proper, heading down the massive flight of earthen steps that lead you down, you now find yourself at the base of this miniature mountain or raised city top, village. Sorry. Reaching the bottom, it's roughly 9 at this point, and it only grows darker. Your group feels it would be apt to find a nice place to rest. Your guides recommending to do so, lest you wish to push on through the dark.
Mm. Up to you guys. Do you think we should take camp here or push on a little bit further?
I don't have to rest nearly as long, and neither does Viren, so. Cinder, are you feeling tired?
If I do feel tired, I could probably just, park a little nap on Wolf's shoulders. Should be fine.
We can keep going then, I suppose. Unless the guides have any outstanding
are all-
opinions.
2 of your guides are very hardy and well-survived dwarves, and another Sladia who's willing to do just about anything if your group asks it.
Very cool. Alright, so we're fine.
I also want it to be stated
The only
that
one
I
who
have
complains
been,
is Volo, but yeah. He rides the lizard that Jack bought. He'll just fall
I've al-
asleep on it.
I've also been occasionally just finding soft things and just stacking them up on my shoulder so you have a comfy seat. Cinder, there you go.
Nice.
Various leaves and jungle palms scatter the ground. You pick them up and make a miniature nest. Your avian companion, I suppose.
It's a friend seat.
I will take a
Regardless.
nap. Oh my god.
Unless there's any complaints, your group will push on through the night. With that said, which one of you would like to keep watch for anything out of the ordinary that might occur?
I can go for it.
All right. Then make me a perception check as your journey moves forward. Your guides will be making their own perception checks as well.
Oh, that's
Luckily for you.
bullshit.
So let me roll for the guides and see what they are seeing. Whoop. 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 All right, that's one. That's a public roll, so you get to see the last one, which luckily is the best. The others were a 9 and a 7. Pushing on through the night, continuing your journey, your group will make roughly an extra day's worth of distance just navigating through the now dense jungle, which is a stark contrast to when you're traveling down the lazy rivers, basically, that run through Schult. The only intensive labor happening during that being waterfalls or rapids, but now you push through thick, accumulating mud in the rain and just general uncomfortable atmosphere of the jungle itself. Somewhere along the way in the night, however, it's Musharib will just kind of pipe up and look to your group and say, "Something strange in the distance off from our beaten path. Might be of interest. Not sure. Can't
How
get a
far
read
out?
on it." Says, "Uh, roughly a few miles. It's, I don't know what it is. It's just there's a shine through the trees. Something's shining."
I'm gonna use one of my wild shapes to make an owl familiar, and then just fly up as far as it can, and then look through its eyes. See if...
Alrighty. And let me tell you what you'll see is you'll make a perception check. It's nighttime, so a disadvantage unless you have something to counteract that.
Well, it has dark vision, but it's only 120 feet. But at the same time, the
120.
object is glowing, so I'm not sure if that matters.
120. Okay.
Isn't a mile like 2,020
Yeah,
feet?
yeah. I was about to say.
Well, few miles, he said.
Um.
Few miles.
Oh.
But if your bird hangs low to the ground, you can make it normally.
Okay.
Well, didn't one of us buy those night vision goggles?
I have them.
Those are 60.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're
Yeah.
perfect night vision, but they help. They help in the right situation. However,
Yeah.
make your perception check, please.
I will. It has advantage on perception checks anyway, so normal no matter what. So
Right.
whoop.
Oi.
9.
Oi.
Okay. You can't spot anything in particular that seems off.
I'll go check it out.
Do you wish to investigate?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine.
It's just a couple miles. It probably wouldn't take a little bit more than probably an hour if we're at a moderate pace here.
Would take a little more. It's quite a distance away, and it's quite interesting that Musharib spotted this in the first place. You would have never noticed it, even if you knew where to look.
My only concern is that it's gonna fuck our long rest up, and we're gonna need to take exhaustion probably.
There's a good chance if you pursue it.
Like, what hex would it be in? Out of curiosity, like, is it still in the same hex?
No, it is within this hex.
Okay, so I mean, we could just kind of pick it up tomorrow, though it might be gone. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. I'm fine with dealing with exhaustion.
Yeah, sure. 1 point of exhaustion, honestly, ain't gonna kill us.
Yeah, I'm overthinking
Alright.
it. That's fine.
In that case, a few of your guides and traveling compatriots, Dragonbait, Volo, and the likes, will stay behind. Jack as well, because, you know. And just set up some sort of camp for your group to rest at when you return, while the rest of you, with Musharib, will venture into the jungle. Going out and beginning your venture, I need 2 accumulate exhausted points. One of you to roll a survival or perception check to try and navigate your way towards this strange object. To see how lost you really get looking for it. You can have Musharib do it if you wish.
I've got a +6. Anyone got higher?
Let me see.
I've got I got a +2. That's my
For
highest.
what?
Musharib's highest is a +4.
All right, so I guess
For
I'll make that.
navigation, survival or perception.
Yeah, does somebody helping give me advantage on it?
If they have proficiency, which Musharib does, so he'd be able to give you advantage.
I could
Okay.
help with survival as well. I have proficiency.
Hell yeah, I'll help
I
with
got
survival.
proficiency in perception.
So
and
we'll say
survival.
you'll be making the check, Lucian, but your entire group will be contributing to the
Yeah.
cause of searching, and it's just everyone looking around frantically.
Hey, there we go.
Nat 20, nice way to begin. With a 26, you get just what you need to avoid any difficulties. The way it would have worked would have been a 25, and then it would have went to down by 5 incrementally with every check, and you would have gained a point of exhaustion for every check, but you don't, so congratulations. With that said, in that case, in the distance, it's hard for you not to spot almost. You just have enough dark vision to kind of scan the perimeter, and you don't see what shine he was talking about, as if it maybe disappeared, or you aren't sure. But what you do happen to notice is an earth mote that's only about 60 feet up in the sky, elevated from the ground. You mistake it easily for a hill until you notice it floating.
So
Oh.
I think that one's on you.
Cinder.
What's up?
Big moat 60 feet in the air.
Big moat, 60 feet. All
It's
right.
a large earth mote.
Moat.
Okay. I guess I'll fly up to it. Let's go.
Mhm. Approaching and looking up, your group sees the hanging roots that are kind of cascading down from this torn piece of earth, though it doesn't seem that the ground below it itself is torn, strangely enough. So it wasn't taken from the ground, but its nature is perplexing at best. Cinder.
Mhm.
Flying up 60 feet towards this earth moat, you search around and see the top of it's covered in a thick grass. Pushing through, make an investigation check.
Investigation check.
Yes, normal because you have your goggles.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh. Let me see what you need to spot. Oh, nope, not good. Not going to do.
How the fuck did our guide see this?
He's got good eyes. He's a dwarf.
He knows the
he
area
sees.
very well, and he realizes things that are off.
How does he see a shining thing that's past an earth moat 60 feet high, 2 miles away? The fuck kind of wall hacks does
He's
this
got
man
the-
have?
He's got the eagle vision.
He's got wall hacks, bro.
Musharib, show me your texture pack folder.
Motherfucker bought a level 30 account just to hack on the bitch. He's smurfing.
It's a floating block of earth that's elevated in the middle of the jungle. It just so happened he was the only one who rolled high out of your entire group, so...
Is there anything else you want me to do that could potentially save this or no?
You may press on and continue to search. However, you will accumulate a point of exhaustion.
Uh, that's fine, I guess. I only have the one.
Alright.
I can handle 2.
Then go ahead. Make another investigation check. And you can continue.
Please. No, I
The
don't.
DC
You,
will get a,
want to pop
the
down here
DC
for
will get a
some
little
guidance?
higher.
Oh my god.
Take
Please.
a D4.
You can add a D4 to that.
I don't need it. I mean, I might.
You do.
I don't need it.
Hold on. I gotta move my fucking water.
As I said, the
There we
DC
go.
increases with every substantial failure. 3.
There you go.
22. With that, you press through the dirt, and eventually you see a small gleam, covered in dirt. What looks like a reflection of your own face as you slide the dirt aside, and a mirror-like hatch.
A whole ass hatch.
Yep. You push aside dirt and other rubble, parting the grass in your way, and you see a kind of handle to pull on to open it.
Can you get one of us up there to help you with this?
Wait, how
Don't you have
big is
dimension-
this? How big
It's-
is this, like, surface that
Let's
I'm
see.
looking at?
Let me see. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Sorry, to iterate, the hatch is made of iron, though it is oddly reflective. There is an engraving on the hatch itself, which appears to be some. I'll PM it to you.
Okay, I just want to know how big this, like,
Yeah,
floating
I'll-
chunk is, so that way I know if I can...
It's 60 feet up. The size is decently irrelevant. It's enough for a large camp. I can't give you an
Okay.
exact size because one doesn't
That's-
exist, but it is big.
Okay, that's all I needed to know, is if I could, in
It is
theory.
big.
Okay.
And what you see engraved might help you out here.
Okay, we'll go ahead. Oh no!
Oh no.
That's what you spot.
I know what this is out of character, but that's my character, no. Oh no.
Probably not. This is too foreign to your nature.
I'm gonna shout up. Cinder,
Yo,
did you find anything?
there's a hatch thingy. Like,
Oh,
yeah. It's got a weird creature
get?
engraved on it. I don't know what the hell it is.
could you get me up there? I want to look.
could try down a rope.
Sure. Well, I'm not gonna make him climb a rope for him specifically. I got this spell just for him.
That'll do.
What do you cast? Sorry,
A vortex warp.
Vortex Warp. You cast a spell and he gets teleported to the surface, and I suppose you throw a rope down the rest of your route and climb. Now, with the fear of the rope snapping to Wolf's massive weight being gone, your group easily climbs to the surface and walks over to Cinder. Cinder, you may describe what's engraved.
It is a spherical creature with 10 eye stalks and a central eyeball.
Oh.
Engraved
any
on
of
this
us
iron
recognize-
hatch covered in dirt. The
Would
only
any of us
person here
recognize
who
this?
I'll allow to make a check to potentially identify what this creature is Viren.
I was gonna
Alright,
say
let's type
that's
a
who
check.
came to mind initially.
I forgot Volo stayed back,
Byron-
so I thought that V was gonna be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not. He's gone. He potentially could, but the specific check I'll have you make is of your choice, history or nature, and you may make it with advantage given your time in the Underdark.
Well, same mod on both, so. Fucking,
Choice
why
is
not?
yours. I'm assuming it's 0.
Yeah.
I had to mark off that I
Sure.
used this spell. Boop. There we go.
And with
What kind-
guidance,
Oh, excuse me.
imaginably.
Alright.
I don't imagine
Just-
your group wouldn't give you guidance.
Alright, well, 20.
Wolf just walks up to the fucking thing. He's like, what exactly am I beholding here?
All right, smart guy. Byron, you have, if I remind me if I'm wrong here, faint memories of the Underdark and your time in it, traveling and being within. Some of these memories come back to you. Now, the Underdark is a strange place in its own right, with having seen demons, below surface dwelling horrors, and the most uncommon but not impossible to find thing, aberrations specifically. Aberrant entities are very rare, but they're known. And the Beholder specifically, they're like the dragons of the Underdark. They exist occasionally, here and there, though mostly exist as folklore and things to stay away from.
All right. So
It's said that their eyes can destroy you with a single look.
I'll be sort of getting a bit of a look, keeping to myself for the most part. But as soon as I like hit, almost set like have to like second guess myself for a minute, and then I'll put my hand out in front of it and just say, "We shouldn't touch this."
Oh? Why?
Any reason?
Consider it a bit of a cautious tale from where we're from, but in the Underdark, this type of creature is not something that you should interact with ever. All those eyes, if it can lock gazes with you, it can destroy your body or worse, turn you to ash and smoke and dust.
Well, if it's from where you're from, that's good enough reason for me.
Could we also make an investigation check to check and see if there's anything else around here that could also give us information, or is that all there is?
It would be doomed to fail regardless. This hatch seems to be the only thing going forward.
If you are interested in playing with things from the Underdark, well, we've given you our warning, but just do keep it as fair caution. As unforgiving as the Sword Coast can be, pretty much everything that comes from there actively wants to find it the most painful and miserable way to kill you.
I mean, we can always mark this on our map and remember it for later.
True. So wait, the dwarf came with us, right?
Yeah, Mushroom's here.
What does he have to say about it?
He says, I've been down this path more than enough times wandering through, but I've never noticed this. Not to say that it just showed up or anything, but I've never been over here or happened to spot it. It could be anything. There's a lot of dangerous stuff in this jungle, but, I mean, if danger's what you're afraid of, then why'd you even come out here? That's what I say anyways, but
Fair.
caution is fine.
I will say it's unlikely that whatever this is actually here. It's
True.
probably just some sort of marking of them from someone who knows them. I'm not sure who that'd be all the way out here, but
See,
I don't
problem with that tenet theory is that these things consider them similar to the way dragons are here. They tend to be alone, and when they interact with other things, it's usually violent.
So they have some moniker of intelligence.
Oh, they're incredibly intelligent from what we know. Is pretty much on par with the smartest humans you could find. But that intelligence also adds to their lethality. They aren't mindless killing machines, but instead hyper-intelligent killing machines.
Well, I'm sure that if this thing is here, I'm sure if we gave it ample reason, it wouldn't want to harm us, right?
No, I doubt that very much. We believe that if it had any reason, is so much as us existing being a reason that it would harm us.
not
Look.
that I really want to touch it anyway, but it seems strange for it to make a marking of itself. Especially, like, is it trying to warn people? It seems
Potentially,
a little
someone's trying to warn
unlikely.
someone.
It does beg the question as to why one of these things would be this far out of the Underdark, let alone in the middle of a jungle, in the middle of nowhere, in a floating box.
Personally, I'd say it could be worth just cracking it open and seeing what could potentially be up with it. Worst case scenario, we could always run, but that's up to
How,
all of you. I say
how
that if there's a risk, it might be worth taking.
how big is this hatch, nerd?
Let me check.
Regardless of what we...
It's massive.
Okay. So, the way I see it, there is two options here, or two potentialities of what this could be, at least based on my guess. This is either some form of solitude, perhaps, a cautionary tale, or this could very well be a prison. If this thing is inside here, of course, we have no idea what could be in this thing. But something that big certainly isn't housing furniture. Though perhaps what is sealed up in here could very well be of some use to us.
Who knows? Maybe it's sleeping because of how late it is.
Maybe. Maybe we could set up camp here, honestly, on top of this, and then in the morning we can make a decision.
On top of it?
On like
On
he
top
said
of
it's
this
big.
surface, yeah.
Yeah, he said it's big enough for a whole camp, so we could set up a small camp here.
I don't know. The idea of setting a camp 60 feet in the air is not very appealing to me personally.
I mean, in
I'm-
all fairness, this thing doesn't look like it's going anywhere, and honestly,
It might
being
not
up,
go anywhere. Things nearby might come here.
I mean, we really would only ever have to worry about is Terrafolk and I don't know, the occasional flying dinosaur, but really they aren't going to be looking out this time of night.
Now, don't get me wrong. Most things that would want to attack us aren't going to be able to get up here. However, it's up to you if you think this is some sort of prison or whatever you claim and you want to sleep on it.
Fair. Well, I'll leave it to the group to vote then, in all honesty. We can always just come back tomorrow. If it's still here, that is.
I mean, I vote for camping right here. I don't mind it. I mean, obviously I can fly, so it's kind of a moot point, but I have feather fall, so if you fall, I mean...
Okay, so that's one for Stan.
I'm fine with whatever, I suppose.
Okay, so we'll just take that as take it or leave it. Byron, what say you?
Well, it's as we already said, we gave you the warning on what beholders could potentially do. At this point, it's to do what you wish with the information, and if everyone is set in stone on trying to let it out tomorrow morning, then, well, nothing we can do.
Well,
I'll stick with it.
We can always take precautions.
There is no level of caution that could protect us from that.
Now think about it like this. That hatch is... someone would have to walk through it. Or fly, I guess. Maybe we could make a net and slide it over the entrance of the hatch as we open it.
Well,
Then if anything tries to run, we can hold it back and then we can close the hatch.
oh, well, remember, it only has to catch sight line of you.
How good is
Which is
everyone at
why
hiding?
we open it, we put the net over without looking inside, and then if we hear noises, we slam it shut. Don't have to look at it.
True. I'm down for this plan. I mean, what could go wrong except total death? But then again, we take that risk every time we come out here anyway, so...
Look, I don't know what we're dealing with. It's just... let's laugh without a little danger.
I'll take first watch.
Already died once. What's twice?
I'm going to bed.
Right, I guess I'll go back. I'll go back and get the other guides and whatnot.
All right.
Hmm.
I will set up my table and sit on it, looking at the door. Right.
Can I?
He climbs down the rope and then begins to walk off. About roughly 30 minutes later, he comes back with a group of most of your companions. Saladia isn't spotted. And they all climb up and start setting up camp.
So the lady kind of does her own thing.
He just nods and says, "Yep, ain't that the truth?" Then takes the rope and pulls it up.
Can I, as an extra precaution, well, I'm not expecting this fucking hatch to open by itself, but as an extra precaution, we can just go ahead and do whatever this is real quick. Hold on. If it'll, there we go. We can set that up over the hatch, so just in case it opens by
Wonderful.
itself.
If there's anything that goes amiss, you'll know it.
Yes.
For now, all of you will begin to rest, and I'm going to quickly go AFK. I had to run upstairs. Only be a second.
Ron,
1.
shut the fuck up.
He said it'd be a second.
Bitch boy, bitch boy, bitch boy.
Okay, so like out of character here, chances on us actually taking a beholder.
0.
Oh, 0. Well, actually, if you want my honest opinion, if I prep a certain spell 100%, but I'm not going to do that.
What the
Whoa.
fuck? Why would
What
you
spell?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I have a feeling I know which spell he's talking about, but yeah. I mean, that would be very interesting to prep at this given time.
Oh, what I would give to have changed my blood curse to blood curse of blindness right now.
That would have been great to have, you know?
Yeah? Wait, actually, hold on. I want to make sure that I'm not stupid.
I want to make sure that I picked out my new blood curse.
Just making sure that like I'm actually reading my abilities.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't have that.
I mean, I have darkness always prepped, but these things, it's not gonna do very much for these.
Probably. I'll be right back.
So, Cinder, I was
Oh, shit.
working on this idea, and since you're an artificer, you know, how realistic do you think we could prep a flashbang in one night?
I mean, I have
The
smoke
third,
bombs.
0.
I have smoke bombs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have anything that can cause bright light?
Technically.
Do you have an
Huh?
Do you have an enchantment that can cause bright light?
Technically, I have fairy fire, but that doesn't really count.
I mean, artificers can make like glow sticks, but that's
Glow
about it.
sticks?
Yeah, you're like level 1 or 2. Enchantment is you can make an object glow.
Meh.
How bright though?
Not very. It's like 20-foot bright light, and
I
that's it.
also have a
It's a
hooded
torch.
lantern. I have a hooded lantern as well.
I was gonna say, like, I was wondering if you could put like 4 spell slots into that thing and crank that bright the fuck up.
No,
Crank your
it's
gamma to max.
no, it's not a spell slot. It's one of the like enchantments because Alden used the hell out of it in Curse of Strahd.
Oops.
Yeah, you know what? I think the next time I get a blood
Yeah, see,
curse,
it's
unless I see another one
this
that's really
is what he's
fucking
talking
cool,
about.
Unless I see another blood curse that's gonna be really cool, I'm actually thinking about picking up the blindness.
Yeah, there you go. There's the glow stick.
I mean, flashbang.
I mean, to be fair, you could just enchant a rock and then we can huck it and then we can see what's in the hatch.
Oh yes, let's throw rocks at the beholder so it can disintegrate one of us even quicker.
Listen, if we just put a little dirt in its eye.
Or a lot of dirt in all of
Pocket
its eyes.
sand.
We don't have to make eye contact with it. It just has to see us.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Does anybody have anything that could obscure vision
I have
or
a
cause
smoke
blindness?
bomb.
I'm back.
I keep telling
I'm
you
back.
guys.
Wait, hold on. So maybe if Cinder uses her flamethrower, it will dry his eyes out, and then he can't do anything.
If this thing casts
Again,
disintegration ray on you,
smoke bomb.
and you
Nerd,
take
did
like,
did you give the beholder eye drops? I don't think you did.
and you take like 10, if you take like 10d10 plus 30 force damage, and then turn to ash in front of me, I'm just gonna be like, well,
Told you so.
All's well that ends, anyways.
call
Oh
it.
no.
Okay,
Anyway.
so Nerd, I know I don't really ask for much in this campaign, but can I just completely change one of the spells I can't change anymore?
Huh?
Nothing.
Right. Anyways, back to where we were. As your group begins to rest into the night, who will be keeping watch?
I
To
will.
make sure that nothing goes awry.
I will. I don't sleep anyway.
Alright? Make a perception check.
Woo! I'm kind of good at those.
As you'll be mostly listening, given your lack of eyesight.
That rolled off a 20. That's bullshit.
Being up in the air, it's hard to hear anything that might be below. So you don't hear anything, but something does eventually catch you off guard unexpectedly. As into the night, you eventually just hear from roughly 60 feet below, "Hey! What are you doing up there? What's taking so long?"
I'm gonna peer my head over and look down.
You see Sladia just on the ground, hands to her mouth, yelling up at you. She says, "You! I was told to keep watch outside of the camp, and then when I got back, no one was there."
Oh. Yeah, we kind of came up here.
Damn it, Musharib. Throw
Hold
a rope
on.
or something.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab a rope and toss it down.
Toss it down, then she hastily climbs up the rope and then says, "Where is that dwarf?"
Oh, he's over there sleeping.
"I've been keeping watch for the past hour and a half because he told me to. Only to see there was nothing when I got back, and now I had to walk an extra 30 minutes here."
Oh, we're about to see a domestic.
Oh, well, sorry. He thought you just left and did your own thing.
Where's the Google Glass ad?
Looks at you and says, "I don't know about you, but I'd prefer that we keep things professional while we're on this trip. I will not cause any sort of scene, but have a conversation with the dwarf,
I'll talk to him.
if you would be kind enough to."
I'll talk to him. I'm sorry you had to go through with that. Did you find
Apology
anything?
accepted. No, believe it or not, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Actually,
good at
I
least.
did. I found this
Oh.
big flying earth mote.
Oh. Where?
You're on it.
Oh. So I am. Good job.
I'm gonna get some rest now. Apology accepted, and thank you for your talk with the dwarf, preemptively.
No problem.
She nods her head and then takes a bedroll and sets it up a little outside of where your group is mainly set up, around the
Honestly,
hatch.
Honestly, I'm impressed she found us from all the way down there. I think we should hire her more often.
I'm going to just sit back on my table and put on my ring of glowing and just kind of sit back and look at the stars. I'm just chilling with my nightlight.
Glowing ring illuminating most of the camp while the rest of your party sleeps. You just watch gently into the stars as you angrily hear Sladia begin to set up a camp. Or a little bedroll area with a tent.
I'll just kind of look. I'll just kind of look over. Like, do you need some help?
No, it's all right. I'm just a bit frustrated, is all.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm here if you want to talk or if you need anything.
As you look back to your group, you can't help but notice the slight smirk from a certain sleeping dwarf.
I'm kind of gonna like whisper so only he can hear me. I'm like, you tricky little bastard.
Then the night will conclude. The rest of your group wakens in the morning to a bright new day. Nothing has gone awry as far as this Earth mode is concerned.
Hey guys,
Same as you thought.
good morning.
I'm gonna hit my. Was it a long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll hit my button.
right.
Button.
Get your good berries.
Get your good berry.
I'm just gonna have my morning blood coffee.
Damn, you got caffeine in that?
No,
Shame.
I think it's type O negative though.
Oh, sweet. I don't know what that means.
That's mine.
Ow.
That's my blood type.
Oh,
You're O negative? That's amazing, and I'm sorry.
Negative. You'll be just my check.
All right, Vlad.
Shut the fuck up. All
Don't
right, well.
ever get into a car accident, Karma.
Shut up.
Anyway. Anyways, what are your group's plans be for the day?
I guess get the net set up.
Musharif will start tying
big
ropes
fish.
together.
Oh,
Hugh will stand back, pulling out his war pick and saying, "So what's going on here?"
We're gonna open this big door and see what's in it, and if it happens to be,
Disaster.
if it happens to be something bad, we're either gonna close it or we're gonna kill it. Whichever we choose, kind of is gonna be in the spur of the moment.
No, we will not be killing it. We will be.
Hugh nods,
Okay.
and as he does, Volo will just kind of step up through the conversation and just say, "I mean, what's the worry?" And look down at the
Beholder.
hatch. And he stutters for a moment and freezes up and says, "Ooh,
Yes, quite.
had
Come
a
on,
few
I can't-
friendly conversations with the Beholder in the past. Didn't go very well, but I'm alive. So maybe there's some merit to that. I'm gonna go and wait on the ground."
You know, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and like just gently grab Vol. I'm gonna wait.
He stops as you grab him and says, "What?"
You know, when I really think about it, the most civil and the most charming and charismatic person of our group should be the one to make contact with this beholder, I feel, and that would happen to be you.
An exasperated expression goes over his face. Says, "The last time and only time I've had the displeasure of speaking to a beholder, I managed to get lucky. And I have a feeling my luck streak might end if I push too deep into this.
Fair enough.
If you really think that you need me, I suppose I can assist, but if it tries to kill me, then just promise you'll figure out this whole death thing and bring me back. I've got a book to publish."
I'll tell you what. How about you can go sit over there behind the door where everybody's setting up the net, and if everything bad does happen, you can be the first one to make a break for the rope and climb down.
Thinks for a second and says, "I like that idea, actually.
Cool.
Sure."
And
I'll
if
do
it
it.
does end up going well, imagine the story that you could tell of the time that you got to encounter a beholder and learn its secrets.
I have already done that, but sure.
All right.
Rewrite can never hurt.
Hey guys, look, I got
We'll
us
take
another
cover
meat
behind-
shield.
He'll take cover behind the iron hatch, this massive slab.
Saying
He
this
will
out of
finish-
character. Just letting you guys know that at the first sign of trouble, I will be throwing Volo into the cave first.
He's gonna be like the book Volo, like he wanted.
Oh, if you throw him in there, we're gonna hear not very many screams before he's gone forever.
You're gonna
You
hear,
know, you
"Oh
know
look,
that
a
can't
morsel,
happen.
zap!" Anyways, with that in mind, Hugh finishes tying the last knot on this massive, massive net, and then just slides it onto the edge of the hatch, and then says, "One person get on this side with me, someone else on the other. Just slide it on. Me and someone else help open up the hatch."
I'll help open it up.
Right. You have a higher strength mod. You can make it with advantage. And who will the two people who will be manning the net be?
Well, I think that's probably just me and Byron, right?
Yep. Unless there's opposition to that.
I mean, I would like to have to be holding a weapon and shield.
You can hold a weapon as you do this, and I'll say what you can do is you can use an axe. Do you have a sword or something?
I got a flail.
Oh, a flail. That changes things. Never mind. You can have your weapon just ready to pull, ready to draw at any given moment.
Iron makes my skin tingle, so it's nap time.
Does it? Interesting. As your group readies, Wolf, you and Mushari lift with all your might, and this hatch eventually pulls open. As it does, however, you feel like the hatch fighting you almost, like it's trying to pull back as you pull it up, and you have to nail your feet into the ground as hard as you can, you and Musharib, as some sort of force sends the hatch flying open as fast as possible. Volo is going to have to...
Dodge. Dodge or get flinged into the air and off the thing 60 feet down.
Yahoo!
Mario Geraldo.
Oh, look at him.
Volo quickly jumps out of the way as the hatch goes flying beyond what force you guys can muster. Net crew, you barely have time to react as you hastily throw the net as fast as you can. And as you do, Musharib just goes, whoa, as he's pulled off his feet and thrown into the net by force, as if something tried to pull him into whatever was beyond this hatch.
Can I reach forward and grab him and try to pull him back?
You pull him back, and as you do, make a perception check to see what you can potentially spot beyond the hatch.
Oh, please be better than the last one.
I mean,
The last one? What's the last one?
Last one I got was a 2.
I got the dark vision goggles. If it's dark there, maybe I can see.
If you weren't doing anything else to assist with the hatch opening, you can make a check as well.
Okay, then I will.
Yours with advantage, so you have the goggles.
Perception. Advantage. Oh my god. Look with your special eyes.
Alright.
See?
Let me look here.
Let me look here. Which I-beam do I fire first?
Prepare your vests and load your guns, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing laser tag.
As soon as I see a beam, I'm jumping off this thing and taking the fall damage.
Oh, I'm glad we're on the same page.
You guys can die. You can stay up here and get turned to dust by the beholder.
I'm letting you know that if this does end up going south, I am going to grab both of the dwarves in each arm like a football player and just jump off. Cinder can fly.
Cinder
You'll
can
be fine.
fly.
I have.
Cinder will be turned to
within
ash if an I-beam hits
Cinder.
her.
Yes, what's up?
Within this area beyond the hatch, you spot what looks like a domed room of a strange substance. The walls are made of something you aren't familiar with, and what looks like a kind of marble sphere that's suspended, hovering 15 feet in the center of the room. And it has like a crack in it. A seam, if you would.
A ball?
No monsters are within, that you can tell. But yes, a 5-foot diameter marble sphere with a seam down the center. Otherwise, it's a empty domed chamber. And you feel a bit weird being anywhere near it. You have to plant yourself on the ground as it feels like the wind might be buffering you. Not wind, but just something is buffering you towards this room.
Uh-huh.
Am I affected by this at all?
Let me see.
Can I
Am I just too freaking heavy?
Let me check real quick.
How
to
deep
answer your
deep down is
question.
that? Oh, sorry. You're answering another question.
Yeah, you're affected. How deep
Aw.
down?
Yeah.
The drop in is 30 feet.
As a precautionary test, I'm just gonna summon my Eldritch Cannon inside the
Can you send me the art of your cannon real quick?
Huh?
Wally, go clear it out.
The
Can you
art,
send me the cannon's art?
the cannon's art.
Mm-hmm. That you made.
Hold on, I have to find it.
I sent it back to you. It's so fucked up.
Hold on.
What is it?
You inverted, fucking stitched together, converted to MIDI, converted back from MIDI.
Here you go.
Right. Quick question. You're beholden to keep this information, or rather what I ask you, to yourself.
Okay. No.
Okay. You summon your Eldritch Cannon, and it drops down as the net's moved out of the way, and as it lands in, it just rolls around as normal.
Mm.
I
Oh.
mean, I doubt this case, but just for curiosity's sake, you never can be too sure with these things. Anything?
Luckily, nothing.
Alright, no
As you're
fake
all free to
fiends or
look down.
undead.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to put on my glowing ring, so this way I'll have like a light source, and I'm just gonna say "fuck it," and then I'm just gonna jump in.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, my favorite. Because that's my second highest stat. That rolled off an 18. What the fuck? This game. It's literally 18, and then just whoop.
No, just trying to figure out the best way to eloquently tell you you are ripped to shreds.
That's not much damage.
13 points
yeah,
of
that's
bludgeoning damage as you jump down into the hatched area. You feel like a pulse almost, like, and you are ripped towards one of the walls of this domed room. The ceiling pulling you closer. You are currently glued to the wall, and you feel your armor almost crushing in on you. As you struggle to get off of it, you can make a strength check to try and break free.
Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Truly.
You
There
pull
we go.
yourself free
He's
and
fine.
fall 30 feet down, taking
Ow.
6 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. As your group just hears a thump, thump, and your ring slides off your finger and is pulled to the roof and stuck on.
Oh, damn it. I'm just kind of gonna look up, seeing as how you guys can barely see me in here, and I'm just gonna be like, come in kind of gently, I think.
Yeah, you
bring
know
a
what? No,
rope.
out of curiosity, nerd, I'm gonna toss a silver coin in there.
You toss it and it stops midair as it enters the chamber and then is ripped towards the roof.
Yes, I'm not going in there.
Yeah, not a chance. I'm fine.
In case you didn't, Wolf, maybe for you this might be one thing, but just kind of motioning down. We're wearing full metal armor. Our body would be crushed like a can.
Oh.
That's not happening.
Sender, be ready to teleport me out of here.
I mean, yeah.
Anything in there that you can take, for the sake of it, since you've already jumped in.
Let me check.
Can I see anything in here, or
I'm
is
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
my
just
get
kind
into that.
It's gonna be really funny if the only thing in here is the fuck you sphere.
A big repulsion orb.
big fucking Pokeball?
Oh my god,
just a
guys, we
magnet.
found it. That's the Yoinky Splunky.
It's
Yeah,
just a magnet.
All you can really see is this central orb that's just rotating and floating with this seam down the center. That's it. Made
There's
of marble.
nothing else.
Nothing else of note in this room. It seems like it's a very strange chamber. It's just this domed, almost laboratory with this floating central piece in it, and this magnetic roof. Though it seems like whatever might have been here almost like stuff was moved, right? Like you see like scrapes and scratches on the ground. This area was evacuated a while ago.
So you said the orb's suspended in midair, like 15 feet up, right?
Yes.
I mean, I don't really see any other options. I want to jump up and touch it.
As you jump, make a con save. This one will be a lower DC.
Okay. Come on. Come on. 19.
You jump up and that force hits you again. You feel like you're almost getting ready to be pulled towards the roof, but then at the last second you get pulled towards the sphere and you're able to grab on and hold steady. And now you're almost like floating, as if being held between two objects, almost just suspended. Almost like flying, but very weird and uncomfortable. You two push yourself around like you're in space.
Huh, I imagine if this is what nausea would feel like, I'm feeling it.
Just this central floating orb.
I'm kind of gonna look, or try to look at the entrance. What now?
Well, a note. As you get closer, you now kind of getting more of a look at this. You see it almost like the eye of Sauron, just this seam down the center making this sphere look like an eye. The closer you are to it.
I look out and go, what now?
Yeah, just put it observation.
Do I try to open it or what?
Don't really think that was meant to be opened.
There's not much else to do here.
Try not
Break
to.
it your own peril.
I also don't crack open the fucking demon core.
You gotta crack open the demon core with the boys.
You know what?
Um,
Actually, if you're going to be breaking that, do I have a suggestion for everyone else? And we should get off this rock.
That's a great idea.
I mean,
Don't just crack open a cold one. Crack open the hottest, most fucking dangerous thing you ever could.
Everyone will step down from the stone. Both you feel yourself left alone after you hear this murmuring.
Oh, well,
What?
okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having my back,
what
guys. Cool.
happened? What
Oh,
happened?
Cinder,
I'm
you're
going to
flying above. You're flying above, right?
I was gonna say I'm gonna cast a message. I'm gonna cast a message on you, Wolf.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Cast message and just say, "All right, go for it. Crack it open."
Cinder, you're just flying, watching the show.
I feel like you guys don't appreciate
To
my
keep an eye on your
contributions as
friend
much
for
as
the
I think you
vortex
do.
warp purposes.
Yeah, but I.
Just repeat and say, "Oh no, we very much appreciate your contributions, but we also take reasonable precaution to make sure that when one person dies, the whole group doesn't die as well."
And you were going to say, Cinder?
Is this not like? It seems like a core, like a gravity thing that's keeping the island floating? Question mark. But you can try and break it open. I mean, go for it.
Can
homie.
you tell them to, you know that net y'all made for that door? Can y'all make a net to catch my ass?
I have Featherfall. Don't worry. You're okay.
Cool.
You feel comfortable with the vortex warp and featherfall, you'd be able to securely rescue
Yeah,
him.
you're okay.
Things go awry.
You're
If
fine,
you
buddy.
react quick enough.
Well, you said there's a seam that looks like an eye, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Staring right at you.
So
I'm gonna dig my fingers right in the seam in that son of a bitch and
just
try to pull it open.
before he breaks that, just to have it known, I'm gonna be holding a phase step to teleport into a nearby tree when the whole thing goes down.
Everyone in your group taking precautions, some hiding behind logs and dirt mounds, others getting up in trees. Wolf, you take your claws, produce them, tear them into this eye, and then begin to dig deep and pull it apart. Make me a strength check.
Okay. 19. Wow,
18 you've rolled in a row.
Yeah, damn.
Digging in, you feel your claws begin to press through the marble as if the marble itself is being held together by magic, and it is fighting to stay together, but you're stronger. As you push through, a red glow kind of emanates from it, and you
Oh,
tear
no.
it apart completely. As you do, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
As a temporary flash of light fills the room, and then you feel something berate your body. Small somethings. You manage to dodge out of the way, taking half of this.
So 3 or 2.
As a collage of coins begin to fly out at your body and pepper you like shotgun pellets. And you have to jump out of the way. As you're thrown to the ground, you hit the floor with an impressive force. You'll be taking
Oh, great.
Ooh.
2 points of bludgeoning damage. And Cinder, you want to try and save him in case this thing collapses, right?
Yeah.
Make me an intelligence check.
I've heard of having money.
With
thrown at
advantage
you,
since
this
you've
is
been preparing
ridiculous.
this.
Ability check. Yes. Advantage?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Just to see how if you're able to react quick enough to prevent all the damage.
Thank
which you
God.
are. You'll be taking a tiny bit, Wolf. As Cinder, you cast a spell on him as fast as you can, and Wolf, you teleport onto the ground. But as you do, this massive rock mound begins to break apart, collapse, and then fall to the ground, scattering and sending dust and debris towards you. Anyone who's on the ground close, so Wolf, make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because of the vortex warp. You will be taking a significantly reduced amount of damage considering Cinder helped you here.
We did it, guys. We destroyed the Mario Galaxy.
19 again.
Okay. 19. You'll be taking? Yeah, we'll just do this.
1d100 damage.
Doot doot.
Four.
Doot doot doot.
I mean, I'm expecting some
Half of
big
that.
numbers here.
Okay, that's not
That's
terrible.
not much.
That's like
Could be worse.
It would have been a lot more if he was in the spear when it collapsed around
is-
him.
that's 8. Oh wait, no,
How
9.
much is a lot more?
Yeah, well, what's a lot?
So I'm down
Oh, that's.
to
Oh, sorry, wrong dice. Hold on.
22. Okay. I mean, this isn't the worst. This isn't as bad. Oh my god.
What the
Checks
Yeah,
out.
that would have killed me.
That would've been
35
the
wouldn't
amount
have
you would've-
killed you.
I was down to 30.
He had taken a lot of
Yeah,
tick
you would've gone
damage being in
down.
that thing.
Same diff.
He would have been buried under rubble, which I think is the main point to focus on.
He
But-
is real. It's fine. He's in his natural habitat.
Wolf,
Bro,
you
fuck you.
you teleport onto the ground in a moment. You're caught off guard, but you remember Cinder telling you this would happen. So you duck to the ground as fast as you can, hit the deck, and dust just waves over you. You have to push yourself up as debris just goes kind of cascading off of your back, and the rest of your party members who are in the back, everyone just gets a face full of dust, temporarily blinding you as you cough it out. And Lucian, you up in a tree like a scared cat, have to work your way
That's
down
what
as
the teleport's for.
you teleport your way back down, and your group just surrounds this rubble that scatters the ground now. There does seem to be coins and spatters of treasures located throughout different parts of the rubble. And now that you've broken it, if you want, your group can spend time digging through to see what might have came free from that when you broke it.
Sure.
Well, I think that went just about as well as it could have.
Mhm.
I mean,
all
hey,
of you
we're
may
all
make-
alive.
All of you may make investigation checks if you wish.
Sure thing.
Alright, well, it's been having the good luck today, so that only means it's natural. Yup.
Yeah.
That means it's my turn to inherit the bad luck, or as it is, almost every
That-
week my turn.
Just how it works. Cinder, take a d4.
For what? Sorry.
Oh, I like investigation checks.
Oh.
Yeah. All the nat ones coming out.
Yay.
Investigation with a D4, he
see.
says.
I see, Keith.
Wow.
It's the ones that High Potato closest confides to that share in the misery.
Let me
We're gonna be picking up stones and dirt for 20 minutes while everyone else gets gold.
Okay.
Wow,
We both
two
find
nat-
one platinum coin and are fighting over it.
You can have it.
two nat ones, bro.
2 nat ones. It was inevitable when you survive getting crushed in the funny gas planet, you know.
What was that roll for?
How much damage you'll take? Unmade.
Very big snake in the rubble.
Beholder.
In total, your group is able to scrounge 46 gold and 253 silver from the pile. You feel
That's
there's
fine.
more, but you feel it would be too difficult to find it all.
Is there anything other than gold that we find?
Wolf, besides the gold, digging through, you find something peculiar. I will let you choose what you find. Out of 3 items, I'm going to send you
Ooh.
vague descriptions, and you just give me a random one, since you were the one who spotted things.
Is somebody else updating the party funds, or can I go ahead?
You
Go for
can
it.
if you want.
Okay, cool. I don't want to overwrite, so.
So I get. So
I
I get
usually
to
update them, but if you're on
I
it,
get
then
to-
I'll leave it to you.
I get to play the game show of which wacky bullshit I get to have.
Pick one.
Hold on.
Doesn't have to make sense. The whole point that it doesn't make sense.
Okay. It's between 2. I don't really care for the first one, in all honesty.
Reasonable.
You know what? I'm gonna let fate decide it. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna do a roll 1d2.
Oh, pink coins.
Yep. How do I roll 1d2 in this? It's just R1d2.
Yep.
1d2.
Leaving it in Shane's hands.
Oh, nope. That's not
Slash
what I'm
R.
gonna do.
Slash R space 1d2.
Slash R. Okay.
Man, your destination says some weird shit.
I know, right?
We should ban them from this group. They're freaks.
Okay, well, I choose. Alright, that's what I'm going with.
Interesting.
Fate has decided. It's more fun that way.
So, as you dig through, you spot 2 things. Viren, you, digging through the rubble, only managed to find a small handful of coins, along with what looks like a pair of tattered and completely destroyed boots. They were boots of flying.
Great.
Okay.
And Lucian, as you dig through, you can't help but notice what looks like what once might have been some spherical statuette that is now completely shattered, and the gemstones that were within it are tarnished beyond use and just ruined. Wolf, however, as you dig through, you find what looks like an arcane pebble, almost? Well decorated, runes dug throughout it in multiple angles, and it appears to be spherical with a line down the center to represent an eye. As it glows, catching your eye as you pick it up and pull it out of the rubble.
I would like to examine this. Or anything else particular.
Taking a close look at it, instead of Wolf examining it, everyone else in the party may make a perception check to see if you spot Wolf holding it. Or at least, sorry, Lucian and Cinder might,
Oh,
you-
okay.
specifically.
Oh my
Because
god.
they would be the only ones to really notice it. Cinder, You seem to recognize Lucian at one point being handed a very similar looking stone back from Fort Balyaran. Lyra Porter gave it to him, though you aren't sure of its nature.
A
The
similar.
runing seems similar. The rest of you don't notice it immediately as you're digging through your own piles of stuff.
Can it be activated? Can I?
You just
Go.
simply know that Lucian has one like it.
No, I know, but I mean like the one that Wolf is holding. Can I go over and activate it, or does it do something?
You would need to know how to activate. You need to know what it is to activate it, which means spending some quality time with it to research it, or just knowing what it is by default.
We're talking to Lucian. since he
I
has
was like,
one.
does Lucian know what it is?
If you wish to ask him,
I mean,
that's up to you.
okay, well, Wolf is holding it, so I'm just gonna go over to Wolf and I'm gonna like gently hold his hands and then slowly guide him over to Lucian while he's holding it and be like, what thing do? You have similar thing.
Found thing.
Lucian, you recognize this to be some strange form of sending stone.
Man, trade a boot instead of boots of flying for a sending stone. Artificers can make those. L.
Hell.
One sending stone, however, and you're not sure where its partner might be.
The completely ruined gemstone orb, he just kind of tosses behind him, going to look at the new sending stone thing.
Did I get to grab anything? I don't realize, but
You just grab piles of money.
okay.
Most of your searching was money specifically.
Best I can tell, it's kind of like a sending stone. I don't know where its other would be.
I mean,
Likely, under that.
you could always send a message and be like, yo, new selling stone, who this?
That seems rather unwise.
Why?
Sure, fuck it, I'm down.
Oh yes, wonderful.
Hello.
I'll just
Hello.
kinda-
Hello. How are you doing? I am on the phone. I am calling you. Guys, extended
Hello,
warranty.
I am under the water.
Hello, I'm
Please
under
help
the water.
I
Yeah.
will just
I
kind
can't
of.
say it, but
I don't know really how to use one of these. I assume it's simple. I guess I'll just kind of talk to it. That's how you. I never use a sending stone, so I don't really know.
You grasp the stone up to your mouth and you speak. What do you say?
Hello? Is anyone there?
As you speak within it. Hold on a second.
A shade person. A good one.
I got a feeling I know exactly where this sending stone is going.
Oh yeah, me too.
New stone, who this?
Well, we'll see if I'm right or wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right on this one.
Am I gonna be talking to a beholder?
Well, they don't carve things on
Well,
on the.
I think in this case they'd be a beholdy.
Yeah.
One that is beheld.
Beholded.
I
Beholden.
gotta read a different chapter.
Behilden.
I gotta read a different chapter.
You know what? I'm honestly kind of glad I got the weird option out of the three.
Listen, those boots of flying would have been great for one person.
Hey,
Yeah.
out of curiosity, what was the gemstone orb?
Oh, the gemstone orb. It was a statuette of a beholder that also acted as a scrying focus, unbeknownst to you.
Oh, that one hurts.
No. Something could scry on you.
Oh. Okay, that doesn't hurt then.
Otherwise, it was worth 300 gold.
I mean, we
Hurts
already
again,
almost
doesn't it?
got 300 gold out of that anyway, so.
We got 46 gold and then, like,
Oh, right, 253 silver. Never mind.
I wish that was 253 gold.
You receive a response. Let me check something else. This is a lot of checking I have to do to
I didn't,
see how this
I didn't
works.
expect you to call redacted this session.
No, I did. I just didn't. I there's something I didn't realize when I read through this.
I talking to the final boss of this campaign? What the hell's
You-
happening?
You speak through, and eventually you hear a response. It's deep and gravelly, but only gravelly in the sense of you don't know what language it's speaking in. Though it speaks back.
Can we hear it?
Not all of you don't hear it, but Wolf, you could attempt to translate it if you wish.
Is it speaking any language that I know?
No.
I will make the attempt to Wait, Lucian, don't you have that thing that makes it so we can understand stuff?
It makes
that-
it so
Do
I can
do any
stuff.
of us understand it?
Oh,
Like I
Then
said,
I-
only Wolf can hear it.
Why?
then I will try
That's
to
not how
say it. I will try to
Hold
say
on then.
what.
Let me check.
That's not
I
how
assume
sending
this is-
stones work.
I assume this was just sending. You can
No.
use your action to cast a sending spell from it.
Message
It's you casting the sending spell.
message is the private one. Sending is like it plays out loud.
No, sending.
Nope, sending is private. Sending just
I've
goes between
never had
planes.
I've never had a sending stone that didn't just broadcast the voice.
Short 25. Okay. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind and can respond to you in its mind. It's
Okay,
a
so I'm
mind
hearing
thing.
it in
And a
my
sending
mind.
Then
stone
that's
just lets
really
you
weird.
cast sending to another sending stone. Maybe
Then-
that's just how the spell works.
Then
the
it's
same as-
weird. Then it's weird to me because I've never been in a session where it didn't operate out loud. But you know what? Whatever. Go ahead.
That's just that's just how your
Um,
DM runs it, I guess.
Then I
Yeah.
guess I will do my best to. I'll look over at Lucian, and I'm going to say the words out loud that were spoken to me.
Okay. Make me a performance check.
Okay. 14.
Surprisingly well adept. Lucian, I don't know if you understand what he says, but Viren, you surely understand Undercommon, yes?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad Viren's got this because I was gonna have to break the unfortunate news that I need 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, I speak Undercommon.
Okay.
Alrighty. The response roughly states something along the lines of. Let me just. Yep. Hello, new friend. My name is Belcorge. I hope we can speak more.
Hmm.
Would any of us
Same.
know who this is?
As you speak that out
Oh,
to
and then
Lucian.
sorry, who are you? Is the following after that?
As you speak that out to Lucian, I'll kind of look over and say, "A minute, that's Undercommon." That stone, well, whoever's on the other end of it, introduced themselves, and were asking for your name.
Oh, well, that's very polite. I will hold the stone back up and say, greetings. Nice to meet you as well. My name is Wolf.
I don't.
You don't hear any response,
Okay.
as it seems the eye begins to go dim. It's
Damn it.
once every day, it recharges at dawn.
Okay.
I was
Well.
about to tell you that.
Wolf doesn't know, so he just speaks and then just doesn't hear anything. He's like, well, he's taking
Yeah.
a while to respond. That's kind of rude.
You shake it, and how's it gonna be?
Byron, do you know who that is? Never heard of a Belcor?
Forge.
Belcorge, what? I'm not sure, nerd. Would I have any
You've
history on
never
legends?
heard of that ever.
Would Volo know?
No,
No.
Damn it.
not particularly by that name. But since they are speaking Undercommon, assumedly they have some connection to where we're from.
Hmm.
Yes,
Do you,
pretty self-explanatory. Undercommon is the language of the Underdark.
do you think you could teach it to me?
Most likely not. It's not difficult per se, but it's something you learn as you grow up, and to learn it from, well, we could give you basic lessons, but prefer more than likely you'd not pick up enough to hold a conversation in the time of our travels. But if you'd like, we could give you some basic tips and things to listen out for.
Sure. And if there's anything I don't understand, then I can just have you translate.
All right. But remember, as we said, more than likely, whatever we could teach you would not be enough to even scratch a conversation with someone.
Okay. Well, I made a new friend.
Every day at dawn, you have a new friend to speak to.
Cool. You know what? Having a new friend to talk to is better than flying any day.
You pocket the stone, your group stows your treasure away, and will begin your path once more from the rubble.
I guess so.
I am gonna like jot down the details of the funny Earth moat and the orb inside for the report we're giving to Liara when we get back.
You do so, aptly.
Definitely gonna have to figure out who this this individual is if I can.
And let
Sure,
me...
I'm glad that now as the evenings go on, since I only have to sleep 4 hours compared to 8, we're going to be having undercommon lessons. There's the language. It sucks.
Oh no.
With that much said, your group carries on, and you'll reach your first night on your travel, which your first day will go uninterrupted. I'm assuming you'll want to attempt re-conversations again. So what we'll do is we'll say during the course of your travel, you can try and have a conversation through these stones if you wish,
Okay.
using what knowledge Viren is able to give you. Most of it, though, unless Viren is the one casting it, will be rough translations that have a chance of going wrong.
Okay.
That choice is up to you, though. And now, since you're getting lessons, you'll understand very basic words.
You can't tell, but I'm giving a thumbs up right now.
Would you like to try any conversation?
Say,
Or no?
for the sake of making sure that he can get as best things as he can, I'll write down like basic phrases and things on paper, just so that he can have some idea. Since Byron's not exactly particularly like literate in the sense of being well spoken or written, but at the very least he grew up speaking Undercommon.
Well, insanity kind of does that to you.
Most of the tone itself is it's like words you're used to with common, though reversed and distorted in weird ways. It's weird to speak, but understandable reading it. Strangely.
So like pig Latin.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
A little more of a gravelly tone in nature to it, just as the way it is.
Well, I guess I'll say what I said earlier. I introduced myself, told them what my name was.
Receiving a response after you introduce yourself, Belcorge will respond and say, "A pleasure to meet you, Wolf. I regret my inability to meet in person, though if you have questions, I might answers."
Okay.
Might answers.
It's shortening it because limitations of the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's 25 words.
We are loose with that ruling just because it's weird, and
Right.
25 words is I don't like
Kinda
counting.
So
But I'm still trying to condense it just for the sake of it.
may I ask why this stone was in a weird, or like kind of trying to describe the location, I guess. May I ask why I found this stone in this location?
Get a response quite quickly. Ah, my old laboratory.
Not to
Yes,
beholder.
I used to live there. However, callings elsewhere drove me out.
Oh. I almost don't want to say it's gone now.
No, do not. We broke it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh fuck, I gotta think. May I ask what you were doing in Schult? There you go, that's a good question.
Finding somewhere to call my own, really. But, as I said, callings drove me deeper into the island.
Where into the island exactly?
I shall reveal such with time as we get to know each other. We've only just began to talk. And I should speak to a friend of mine.
Fair enough. I am happy to make your acquaintance and will enjoy your messages and company along my journey. See?
As I am yours. Have ye any questions? Perhaps I can assist. It's been a while since I've explored the outside. Would be nice to know how things are.
So you guys look at
Alright.
that, and just like that, I have a beholder as a friend.
Mm,
I guess if I come up with anything, I'll speak into it again. That's all I got for now.
Regardless, that's the end of that for now, as introductions are out of the way. As we press forward, on to Yelyark. Your group knows what's coming up. The Goblin Camp. Saladia specifically points out the destination and says, "This is our location. We should enter quietly and potentially put that thing we learned in the last Goblin Camp to use. So
Okay,
say I."
Okay, let's go find the rope.
Well,
alright.
we should probably send someone in who is quiet and who can easily escape, just in case, as not all of us, looking to you, Wolf and Viren, are quite silent.
Everyone staring at Cinder.
Why are you staring at me?
Saladia will say, "You are the smallest of us, and can fly. Should the goblins chase you, you should be able to get away easily."
Uh-huh. The usual. I'm the bait. Yeah, I can do that.
If you are too afraid, I
No,
can do it myself.
It's fine. I can do it.
I wouldn't worry too much about the noise. With proper preparations, anyone can sneak around, really.
I can.
Anyway, I'm casting Pass Without Trace.
Oh, you have that. Well, that makes things easier, huh?
Yeah.
I can go. I'm small. I can fly.
So I suppose you'll be going with Cinder
Yeah, I'll
to
go.
keep up the aura of the pass.
I mean, really, it's
At this point, we could
it's
basically
more
all
like
go.
Bless. You cast it. It's more like Bless. You cast it, and then they can. fly
Oh!
wherever they want.
Yeah, we all
Oh,
get
that
it.
makes things so much easier then. Okay,
Yeah.
Cinder,
So really, whoever they want. Can go.
you may make a stealth check with a +10 then, if you want to.
Jesus.
Otherwise, your entire group feels much quieter now. You don't leave marks as you move along.
You can take someone with you if you want extra backup,
If you want to take someone with you, you
or
you
you can
may.
have a 30. I guess that works too.
Saladia
I'll go.
will... Okay, yeah, you can... Saladia will stop you and say, suppose to Wolf and say, "You're quite large.
Oh my
It
god.
might be good for you to stay back." I mean, someone will need to chop the rope, but perhaps it shouldn't be you.
I have an idea. Cinder,
Yes.
if things go bad, just simply yell out really loud, and me and Byron will kick in the front door.
Well, actually, I've got let me check something.
Okay.
There's something
Okay.
weird here. Let me check something.
What are you gonna check?
I just want to see because if it mentions it, duration around. Okay.
Actually, I just completely remembered out of nowhere. You weren't there for our shopping session, Wolf. Did you equip the half plate? I can't remember.
I don't think I did.
You did not.
I honestly
add-
forgot
there
that I
you go.
bought that.
I will add it to your inventory.
Woo!
And with that being said, half plate gives you disadvantage on stealth.
I already have disadvantage on stealth. I'm
I
wearing scale
didn't
mail.
Well, then there you
technically. I didn't tell him to roll the check going in, so I'm not gonna count that one way or another, because I didn't call the roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me add it for you, Wolf.
Okay.
And you'll be staying back with Viren to kick in the door should something go wrong.
I was gonna see what the time frame that you have to pass your response on messages.
Huh?
Because I have message and
The
I mean, you could
spell.
just-
Yeah.
You could consistently just the way since the spell, it's a cantrip, right?
yeah, it's got it's in
Technically, you could just keep like saying hello, 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 hello every like once in a while just to make sure the channel's up. The way I'll say it is you can just maintain the channel as long as someone is within range, like a walkie-talkie.
usually it lasts for a minute, but I'll put up like a message link and just say say to Cinder with message. This should be a silent way to respond. Just don't answer until you need us. That way you can silently inform us so we can get the jump.
So I can't wear scale mail and half plate at the same time, right?
Believe it or not. Um,
But yeah, I'm not gonna respond. I'm just gonna. If they can still see me, I don't know if they can, but I'll hold up like my thumb, like a thumbs up.
okay. You hold up your thumbs up and then you sneak into the camp.
use it.
As you do. Let me just pull up the map for you to see. Let me make sure the rest of you are able to see.
Nerd, I'm just saying that I definitely have enough carry capacity that I could wear both scale mail and half plate at the same time. I'm just saying I could if you allowed it.
You're probably
No.
big enough.
No, the armors don't overlap with one another. They aren't made for that.
Even if that was the case, they just give you you wouldn't gain any benefit from doing it.
More AC.
No, you don't gain more AC because it sets your AC to
All right.
whatever the flat AC
So
is.
tell me if any
plus
of you can't
a
see
mod.
this once I put you all on it.
Oh yeah, I can sure see that.
Making sure.
We can see everything.
What a weird, convenient looking giant lily pad.
Oh, yeah, it's really weird. Ain't it?
Sure,
You know what? I was gonna say I put walls over here, but now I realize you could see through them, so I'm just gonna. You all know what's in that top corner. I don't need to hide it. I hate that it puts that there, but
Whole fucking village is a port-a-fort.
you've all seen it. Sender, make a perception check. Look, the map describes it as well hidden, but we all see it. So let's just say you make a perception with advantage to try and spot it.
Perception with
Yeah,
advantage.
Maybe they shouldn't draw it on the map. They didn't want it to be.
I'm pretty sure that's the goblins' version of well
Oh
hidden.
my god.
And yet it somehow
Ow.
eludes
Ow.
them.
Ow, ow, ow.
Wow.
I'm flying, so it's not important.
See, the
Apparently.
green. Oh.
Oh my god.
Persuasion. Hold on, that's supposed to be a perception. Oh well, same mod.
Natural one.
0.
Aren't I sneaking though?
Yeah, you're sneaking. But these are to
Okay.
see if the goblins notice you, which they obviously don't. So,
They are dumb.
Are they even capable of beating a third?
not at all, but I'm still gonna roll.
see,
If they
that
get a nat 20, they'll.
Well, see, that would make
But-
fucking sense. Like they're so blind they can't even see that their fucking trap
Here's what
doesn't
I'm
work.
gonna
Of course
do.
they wouldn't see Cinder.
You can make you can continuously make the perception check, and it's still assumed. Now, but every time you make the check, you'll have to make a new stealth check. It's still assumed you have passed that a trace on, but every subsequent check you make after a fail will reduce the whatever mod you have to it by 5. We'll say.
By 5. It only
Yep.
gives 10. Oh, Lord. Okay, well.
So you may make it with +5 if you would like to retry and look for it.
What am I
As
looking
you'll have to go
for?
closer to the camp. You're looking for a known spring mechanism that can be cut or burned to send the village and everything within it flying.
Gotcha. So I
As
have
you
to
see
get
this-
closer?
Yeah, just a little closer. As you see this massive village full of goblins, Vatiri, some masked, some not. Similar to the tribe you saw previously, within this giant tarp, just moving around. You see children frolicking and playing as goblins do. And you look for the spring mechanism that'll send them hurling to their death.
As goblins do.
Well,
Yes.
children, today we're gonna learn about kinetic energy.
True. There, I forgot. Just to refresh my memory, there wasn't any reason we shouldn't instantly obliterate them, right?
Nope.
If you want to talk to them.
Yeah,
we were told that they were assholes though.
Yep.
fuck 'em.
Cinder, you may make the stealth check again. With,
Actually, wait.
it's the
We
+5.
were told that they were assholes,
what?
but only because of the
Plus
reason
5.
that they collected ants.
It rolled off a fucking 20. I'm gonna eat my goddamn shoe.
Wow.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Damn, this goblin ingenuity is really hard to spot.
It just. Oh my god.
Oh man.
You sneak through the camp as quiet as a mouse, you think, until you get close and start. I'll say you're like in this abyss right here. You start rustling around in the bush, and then one of the goblins just looks
Where's
back.
the?
Huh?
Where's this? Did Cinder make another stealth check?
Yes.
And
Did
a
I?
No, that
perception?
was perception.
Those are
I
perception.
said-
You
say
said perception, fucker. To look
Did I?
for it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies. Make a stealth check as well.
Don't
My
forget your
God.
+10
In that-
bonus.
No,
It's
it's plus 5.
+5.
Plus. Did I miss something? What?
No,
He
every
lowered
time
it.
Cinder fails, they lose 5 to the.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Bonus.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
So there's always a risk. So
Oh my god.
The 16.
okay, 16. In that
They have-
case,
They have a higher. Or Cinder has a higher mod, so they win
Yep.
the tie.
Cinder, you
Oh.
failed your perception check in that case, so you may make another stealth check to try again if you would like. And now you're in the bush. So we'll see if fate deems
Aw.
it. This
Aw.
one will be straight.
The huh?
So another stealth check and then a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
God.
And you can choose to
please.
back out at any point if you wish.
Technically, I could Misty step myself away later, but you know.
At that point, the goblins are on high alert.
Just don't get shot by like 7 of them.
Don't get shot. I mean, I hope I don't get shot.
So go ahead.
Ah. Oh my god.
13.
13.
Roll it. Roll it.
Buddy. Ants.
Roll your perception.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
Make a perception check with advantage since you're this close.
Oh my god.
You spot the mechanism next to the goblin as the goblin turns around and hearing rustling in the bushes, says,
Shoot fire at it.
and then
Flamethrower the rope.
starts speaking in goblin, just yelling to the one next to it. And
I
then
mean-
The rope.
we'll start slowly walking over. What are you gonna do?
Ray of fire. Ray of fire the rope.
No, you gotta.
What are you gonna do?
You
Kill
got
them.
this. You got
Kill
this.
them. Send them to the hell.
Burn them.
What, Cinder?
Kill them.
Send them to hell.
You send it. Oh god.
Light the rope on fire.
Make Roll, roll it. Roll
All,
attack.
all
Roll
soldiers going to it with the expectation of death, nerd. To hell they go.
Die, you ant collecting fucks.
Godspeed.
Oh,
Man, that whole village
Just
just
roll
looks
all
like
your
a fuck
rays
ton
and
of
then roll
XP. I'm
damage
gonna
for
take
each.
that to go.
3 rays. Okay, 3. Oh lord.
That's a fucking bag of
very
experience to
thick
go
rope.
right there.
Oh,
It's
So
actually a thick
Cinder's
of
got the
mine.
highest body count so far.
oh my god.
How
Okay.
many
Hold
is
on.
that? Let's see.
So roll damage roll for me.
6, 8, 10.
Technically, I'm gonna do it manually just because
Roll. Yeah.
I'm just meaning for the other ones, because it
Yep.
will only let me roll it once, but it's 3
Okay,
beams.
7 points as your first beam hits and scorches. The goblins are gonna start running for dear life and scattering as a panic goes through the city. Children and goblins screaming,
They all hit at the same time on the same turn.
trying to flee in every direction they possibly can. Scattering, afraid of what they see coming. You see the goblin
my
queen
God.
step out of the tent in a panic, wondering what might be going on as the rope snaps and you see the tree boom, as the village goes flying into the air, soaring overhead, off far into the distance, tightening up, sending goblins who are just on the edge flying inward into the sphere as you just hear a collage of screams that echo through the jungle, and it goes whoo, into the sky to unknown destinations.
God bless.
Goblin within will be
Nerd, as soon as we see that, I'm going to just walk. I'm just gonna walk into the area to
You
the
see some
remaining.
goblins remain. Hold on, we're,
Yeah.
we're still doing this. The goblins will be taking 31
God.
points. If they succeed a dex save, they'll win. Cinder, you have just killed. Hold on. Actually, wait a second.
That's what you fuckers get for collecting ants.
Ants.
Hmm.
They're dead.
That was the leader.
They're
You
dead.
just effectively
That was
killed.
leader?
Let's get an exact body count here.
Yes, we're counting the children.
Oh, yeah.
We are absolutely.
It
counting
lists.
the children.
It lists.
They're not intelligent if they think that this was going to save them from a T-Rex.
It's their
Well,
fault.
the plan was T-Rex march to village. They all leave, scatter into woods. Village relocate. They
Oh, let's
find
sure to
village
get
later.
relocated.
They never expected
They
this.
find village later. Oh no, they're not gonna get the.
You have killed. Hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3,
Uh,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 survived. There were 24 adult goblins, 15 non-combatant children, and Queen Grabstab, who is now dead. All of them are dead. They're gone and dead. And the
Nice.
rest of your group sees this, Cinder, as you're just in the bush. The goblin who was walking up to the bush just looks back in awe and terror
Nerd.
at what just happened.
Nerd.
so
At this point, if can do seeing this
Cinder,
just
make an
springboard.
intimidation check with advantage and +5.
I was gonna say springboard off of Cinder here. Can I walk in, spinning my flail around and just
Oh yeah, no, you better believe I'm running in with fucking
Nerd.
frenzied red eyes and like roaring like my fucking head off.
just for the sake of it, let's just really do this.
Yes,
I'm gonna put
Cinder,
my
you,
Showinga mask
with a
on and
+5,
pop
you
out of
put
the
your
bush.
mask on and begin to dance around. The goblins who also wear masks respect this show of terror, and witnessing what they just did, the magic fairy that shot fire from their fingers, representing the nature spirits of the island, that just assaulted them. They witnessed that, and then an army of groups
Nerd.
people run out. You won't be able to reach them in time, and I just dragged you there for
Well,
cosmetic
no,
effect.
I was gonna say I'm gonna walk in and just
Well, You'll be like right back here with the rest. You'll all run, and dreadful aspect, your form shifts and fades, and all the goblins just before you can even act, seeing Cinder and the rest of your group run in will just scatter. Some dying towards the river, others towards the jungle, just going wherever they can to try and escape. And
Do you think this will ever
congratulations,
come back to bite us? I don't think so.
you've done it. You beat Yelyark.
It's over.
You see a nearby river, cascading, flowing tides of the blood that you call your lifeblood, Wolf.
Oh, I'm going to run towards that, and I am going to jump into it like a fucking Scrooge McDuck in his vault of gold.
You dive into your blood, and I was gonna say blood money, but you know, and enjoy the time you have, letting the power flow through you as the goblins go floating down the river and scattering into the jungle, screaming the entire way, some dropping their masks.
That went well.
The village is gone.
I'm a terrorist. I'm
Yeah.
not-
Oh wow, they
Yes, you
deserved
are.
it.
You're a mass
They
murderer.
deserve it, that's true.
They deserved it. They collected ants.
That collected ants. Oh man. Fuck those goblin kids, dog. They didn't deserve life.
Fuck them.
This is, if you needed to know it, this is one of the areas that was not scaled for level.
Oh well.
I wonder why.
What does that mean? Like they were stronger than us, or what?
No,
Significantly
I-
weaker.
I
Oh,
didn't go through this campaign for the most part and adjust any of the encounters within it to because your group's higher level than most of them.
gotcha.
This is one of the ones I didn't touch because every once in a while you just gotta have a total victory.
Death.
Doing as you do, succeeding and proudly claiming your prize. Wolf, this feels strange to say given the circumstances that just occurred. You no longer have to worry about food for the rest of the campaign.
Oh?
This is enough blood for you to fill every vial you have and some.
Cool.
Straight from the source, you take what you need.
A little terrorism goes a
Alright,
long
we are-
way. That's what I've learned today.
Right, we are all now practically immune from food if I use one spell slot a day.
Is that accounting for Jack?
Yeah, he's the one because I use natural recovery and arcane recovery to have all my slots.
In that case, that choice is yours.
Yeah.
Will you
I'm
be doing that?
going...
well,
We're
we
going
bought
enough
the
food
raft,
for Jack.
so we might as well eat them.
Okay.
I'm going to slowly walk out of the river, kind of like
Drenched in blood that...
glows, and then just you kind of see me like stretching and everything like that. I look a little bit more flexible than I did before. It's just like that's much better.
And it's less blood and more a liquid that has the viscosity and kind of feel of blood. It's a weird river-like substance that, if you didn't get close to it, if you didn't touch it, could easily be mistaken for such. It's Wolf's lifeblood and the blood of the island. Blood
I'm
of
just
Ubtail.
gonna I'm gonna look back at all you. Man, I feel great, you know? And here I was considering maybe be kind of, ripping one of you apart and drinking your insides. But you know what? I don't really have those thoughts anymore.
That's
Mm.
great that you got over seated mental issues, Wolf.
Yeah.
And a wonderful attempt it would have been.
Now we just gotta deal with your thoughts, Cinder, because you got a whole fuckload of bad luck coming your way.
Yeah,
What?
you did just murder 30 goblins.
Yeah, and I'm pretty
Oh,
sure there
wow.
were like over 24 children in there.
I don't believe in karmic justice personally, but if you do, I'd see a priest.
Well, I'll give you
I
a
mean,
pick.
I'm a little unfazed mentally because
Here was the
mean,
boss.
I witnessed my entire village be destroyed, so I mean, it's kind of, it happens.
I know that.
Tales
Yeah.
through goblin generations will sing of the masked terror. And the goblins
masked-
will reevaluate
masked
their
sun
relocation
god.
tactics.
The masked sun god who yeeted our fucking village. Maybe next time don't build your village on a death trap, you fucking troglodytes.
They've only ever
their
been
fault.
attacked by jungle creatures, so
Well, they still got attacked by jungle creatures.
I
Yeah.
am a jungle creature. I was born here.
You are
We're just-
freaks, you're right.
Yeah, we're just smart enough to know
a
to fucking
dubious
use it.
creature up to no good.
Literally is the
God.
equivalent of that fucking town built around a nuke in Fallout 3.
Hey, buddy, you want to blow up Megaton?
The crack
Right.
gobbler's gonna get him.
Right. Well, with that out of the way, on to your next destination, huh?
Yeah, we can scratch this one off the travel point.
All right.
What?
Over and done. Good job, Wolf. You're free
As your-
from food.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
your
Oh,
group.
no more crazy monster thoughts, except for when I get hurt bad enough. But we'll deal with that when we get there.
Dragon Bait
yeah.
just kind of looks a little undetermined. He's not sure how to feel at the moment. Musharib surprised. Saladia proud, pleased, happy with the outcome. And Hugh unfeeling.
Man,
I imagine he would laugh his ass off.
You see a slight chuckle. Right. Saladia just says, walking into the camp, perfect. In that case, our travel went as, well, perfectly as it could have under my guidance.
Yeah.
Since you claim that you don't want me to continue on this trail last time we spoke, good luck with your other guides, but you know where to find me should you need my services again.
of course, and I imagine we will at some point. You were phenomenal.
Glad to hear it. She looks to the others. Good luck.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Slowly walks out in case your group changes your mind, and realizing you don't, she continues to walk.
We're too poor to keep her on.
Her next paycheck is not my problem.
Yes.
Fucker.
Anyway, I'm gonna walk over to which one of the doors did we say we were doing this mission for?
Both.
Well, technically we got two of them, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think next up is Musharib because it's closer. I think they're like in the
Next
exact same
destination.
area. So
Jahaka Anchorage, but Musharib will continue the lead from here with Hugh, as both of the dwarves will walk up and kind of just say at this point, right, well, that just happened.
Oh, we
Yep.
sure did.
He will say, it's one hell of a way to deal with some goblins.
Goblins have been dealt with.
Hope that doesn't come back to bite us, but I doubt it will.
Oh,
Well,
very
hopefully
quick.
whatever comes back to bite us doesn't set up a giant fucking net that can yeet them into the jungle.
Musharib will say, I'd be more mortified of the situation if it wasn't for the self-destructive nature of their establishings. Either way, it's time we delve deeper in, start working towards Trakamar.
Yep.
Now
Let's go
there's-
reclaim a forge.
I suppose I should give a little more details in history now that we're this far in.
that would be for
Shows-
that.
Shows that you all are willing to carry on with this whole plan, seeing how far we've got. Hugh will say, I'll let you tell it for now, but I'll intervene if I need. Mushri will nod and say, right, so this history involves Hugh a little bit, actually. Our families were friends. And Hugh will just nod. Mushri will say, now the items we're looking for, a pair of massive iron boots. I last believe. I never got to see them. It was some sort of piece of armor. I think boots, but I can't be sure. I wasn't allowed to really see it. I was one of the forge workers, you see. And navigators outside of the forge on occasion. Me and my family, we stoked Rakamar for many generations. Some generations that are lost to history as far as I know. And one day in our generation, a group of fiery, reptilian-like creatures came flying in, attacked and killed and stole some of ours. They enslaved who they could and slaughtered those who wouldn't go easily, and took over the forge, forcing my family to run. He will step up and say. And to go into history a little bit more, when I worked in the Wormheart mines, it was a favor owed to Musharib here and his family for saving mine when we crashed on this island, trying to deliver resources. We come from up north and we're a mining clan. We were. And to repay our debt that we thought we owed, we agreed to mine mithril, a valuable stone from a nearby mine, to the forge to help out the pale dwarves of the south. However, we struck something strange, and I didn't get to see it specifically as I had to flee to survive and gather a group, pointing to all of you, who would help me come back for revenge. While we were able to get out, I rather, feared bringing a group in to try and mine from there, and I doubt I ever will again. There's some bad aura of that place. Something strange about those mines. I'm willing to help get revenge for the fallen, but that's about it. Bushri will just nod and say, that's about the history. Our families used to know each other. We might not have known each other, but I'm personally glad you're all coming to help us out. Make things right. Revenge for the fallen.
Of course.
Like I said, as much as I would love that the forge be cleaned out of these fiery menaces, I can understand if you feel the task to be too daunting and you wish to retreat. If you do, I simply wish you only sneak in with me and help me reclaim the armor piece that we so desire, the centermost of our workings. A family craft passed down.
We'll do whatever we can. If we feel like we can get rid of the creatures, then we will do our best.
There's no shame in retreating should you need to, but it might be worth trying to grab what you need first, what we came there for, and then maybe figuring out about trying to eliminate what's within afterwards.
Seems fair enough.
It's been a long time since I've went to the forge. I know the basic layout of it, but I don't know how it's been modified. My family set up camps nearby to try and plan some sort of counteroffense to no avail whatsoever. They might be able to give more information when we get closer. Yoshiri will just say, we should move. There's a destination you have marked here before we reach Hakamar.
Of course. Before we go, there is still some stuff scattered about here. We'll take a look really quickly, and then we'll be off.
Alright. And they're gonna go get ready to travel as your group's gonna just go through the camp.
Yeah, I saw some buildings that were not on the fuck off launch pad, so I figure might as well.
Yes. Every goblin at this point has fled the village, even the ones that were in that tent that you saw. Specifically, the tent that you saw, the building, was a larder, a fresh meat, fish, and other preservable food storage hut.
Hey.
It's usually built outside of the netted village to try and act as a distraction to carnivores should the village get flung and the goblins need to flee. Your group is now the carnivores.
Well,
and
it's
you are
working
not
as a
distracted
distraction, just a
after
little
the
late.
fact.
I'm a
You weren't able
vegetarian, thank you. Sorry.
You weren't able to acquire what was within the village itself, so I'll tell you that after session. Remind me. Otherwise, there's a bamboo cage with skeletal remains left within it. You don't see any valuables within, and a bunch of anthills scattered about, which you dread getting close to given their unnatural size.
Damn ants.
Damn ants.
Damn ants! Oh my
Fuck 'em.
god!
That's the whole reason we watch them. The ants.
We don't like that they collect ants.
Kill them.
Kill them.
You kill people? Oh no. What do you do? You torture people? No, you collect ants, bro. You gotta die. Sorry. Sorry.
Your
I
Honor.
I don't make the
ants.
rules.
And that's all you can find. Actually, I'll just tell you what you could have gotten. There was a amulet with Vorn etched into it, which was a Shield Guardian activation amulet. On forever.
It's fine.
Is it
Your
gone
Honor.
forever, or is it in the
Oh, yeah.
rubble? Or is it in the rubble?
Your
Oh,
Honor,
it's-
ant collection.
You ain't getting that back.
Human slingshot.
Listen, the camp is like over these mountains now.
That shit gone.
It gone.
It went flying somewhere southward into the jungle.
My god.
Man, wouldn't it be really funny if it landed on top of the pirates? Shitty day for them.
Anyways, carrying on with your journey, given your looting
Yeah.
concluded, your group may... You know, it goes without worry, given you're traveling down the rivers. However, we will take a short 5-minute recess
Alrighty.
and report back momentarily. Click the AFK button if you plan to go AFK. Otherwise, I'll be right back.
I think that's
Need to
the
use the
first. I think that's the first time I've ever seen children get killed in D&D. First for everything, I suppose.
I mean,
Death.
Death.
Cinder has never claimed to be mentally stable. I just want to place it for the record.
I'm just gonna say this right now. You really should have seen our Out of the Abyss campaign then, man, because we burned down like what,
It's
5 cities
mostly
with
Drow,
everyone
I
in them?
expect That, yeah.
Oh my
Well, it
god.
wasn't just Drow. We burned down
Listen,
burned down
just,
the dwarf village. We
just
burned down
tell
the
me you
neutral
left the
village.
Kuatoa alone.
Oh no, they got destroyed by the Demogorgon like 20
Okay,
minutes
so
after we
you
arrived.
didn't destroy them. Good. Yeah, I
Well-
knew that happened.
Well, in all fairness, none of the cities we really destroyed. It's just that everyone blamed us because they all happened to be destroyed shortly after we arrived, just through bad circumstance. And it also happened to be that a
Yeah,
good
the bad
majority.
circumstances, You.
It just so happens that every single time we showed up at a village or a city, a new demon lord just showed up, and we just had the worst possible luck. And they just leveled everything, and everybody's just like, "Do you guys just summon demon lords?" And we're like, "No,
Something
no,
like
we
that.
don't."
I think the goblin flinging trap was. I think that's the peak of things we can do on the island.
Cinder is very simple. You tell Cinder to do thing, and Cinder will do the thing.
How's that good part of the alignment chart looking?
I mean,
Not
Cinder thinks
important.
that they're doing a good thing. You're talking to a character that when someone told him, "Oh, it's a great calamity. You're not scared of the calamity?" Life is a calamity. What do you mean?
True.
Your Honor. Death.
Death. Cinder,
Human
why aren't you?
slingshot.
Cinder, why aren't you sad to see all those people die? I watched my entire city get destroyed by dinosaurs. I watched people be eaten alive and ripped apart. What do you mean?
Well, now you're the dinosaur.
I've been eaten already by a dinosaur.
I am the apex
And
predator.
then you proceeded to explode that dinosaur from inside out,
Yeah, it's true.
Still was eaten.
and then I proceeded to resurrect it and use it to kill all of its friends.
You didn't get eaten, you got
True, there is a difference.
You deserve 1,000,000 plagues.
Huh. And I would like to present to the court Voran.
When your soul is on trial upon the pearly gates, I will be within the jury to vouching against your goodwill.
Yes, you tell me every week.
This is not about you. I will be pleading for someone else's guilt for them to be thrown from the top.
Why? Because I said one word?
Absolutely. A plague upon your bloodline. Curses for generations to come.
What if there are no other generations?
Then my plagues have done their work to a T. Your bloodline ends.
I was already planning on. Oh my god. Okay, well.
History forgotten.
All
Oh my
right,
God.
fine. Since you're so against the current curse, boom, your bloodline is now destined to continue forever. Enjoy your eternal suffering.
Oh, brother.
Man.
You know how you could make me suffer? You could just turn me into a moo. There you go.
I'm back.
Nobody wants to be a League of Legends
You know,
character.
I just thought of a new backup character idea. It's a goblin rogue who is the survivor of a the child
this is not fair. I
survivor
was
of
about
a-
to lead into this joke. God damn it.
of a horrible tragedy involving their village's destruction, of which they were the only survivor
I
that
was
grew up
about
in
to lead into
anger,
that.
wanting
God
to hunt
damn it.
the masked one who ended their lives. All they heard were screams in the wind.
I've been looking forward to playing a goblin. This is the chance. This
All,
is the
all
chance.
all they've heard is. So then they think that I can't actually speak a language. All I know is.
As it should be.
That's how goblins actually talk, so it's fair.
Goblins are people too. Goblins are people too.
Barely.
Except for when you can fling them in a big net.
I'm just a.
Absolutely not.
I'm
This
just
is
a.
we have not hit
1
Netherdeep
point of
yet. They do
effort.
not count as people. They are fodder.
I'm just a pink goblin with wings slapped on their back.
They're XP dots.
Goblins are lessers. They are meant to be.
Oh
They
my
are meant
God.
to be flung.
Oh Christ. Anyways, let's again.
That's
Um,
racist.
They're NPC stat blocks, nerd.
So, Wolf, are you here?
Yep.
Sweet.
Wow.
Your group's travel goes without incident, luckily. Surprisingly. And you reach Jaka Anchorage. As your group approaches, let me see if there's a text box to describe what you'll see. Jaka. Um, Right. As you approach this hidden bay, led by your party member Jack, to the destination, and if any of you have concerns, I will be giving him a private session during the week to discuss what happens with him during his time here. Otherwise, as you approach this hidden camp, he points out the destination to you, and you see in the distance, I'll say by the time your group will reach it, it'll be nighttime, just for funsies. And or just becoming night. And you'll notice a wooden gate hidden on the shoreline within a type of anchorage where you see a boat specifically being launched from the harbor at the moment. Let me drag you to the map. As we get into some pirate peril, what precautions will your group be taking before entering or approaching the camp? And how will you be approaching the camp? Have you seen? Let me make sure the lighting's proper.
Let's just get this one out of the way. We all see it coming.
You'll be sneaking up to it? Gotcha.
Well, maybe. That's just in general.
Okay.
Is it safe to say that we've had a rest before coming here?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe
Incredibly
we've had
smooth.
like 20 days.
I'm just
You got a
making
long
sure
period of rest.
that I
Yeah,
hit
you're
the
good.
button and I have my spells back. Yeah.
It's good to make sure. I appreciate it. Put
Hmm.
you on the map.
Okay. Yeah, that'll probably help my decision making. There's a door. This is like what, a wooden wall.
Mm-hmm. The wall itself and the gate seems to be elevated above the elevated so that anyone on the wall could see down, but you guys can't see over it unless someone was looking over.
Can I get reminded what we're doing here exactly?
Ultimately, that's up to your group. Jack did say he would have a he was requested to come here for a private meeting.
Gotcha.
I'm going to say that to his behest, he will go separately into the camp. I'll talk with him after session to discuss what he's doing, but he'll be entering the camp separately to have this conversation, unless your group willingly goes in to have a conversation. It's up to you, basically. If your group wants to stealth in, then he'll go in and have the chat to be a distraction while your group does. And then I'll cover with him what happens during the week.
So this isn't an unfriendly thing that we're looking at right here.
Depends on how your group approaches it. You could approach it in an unfriendly manner, but that's up to you. You have been invited here, though.
So I can't see anybody standing up there.
Nope, not at the moment.
Can I assume that there are people up there, even though if I can't see them?
Make a perception check to listen in.
Okay.
Also, nerd, I just remembered something.
Mm-hmm.
Was I able to find my ring of glowing in the rubble from that fucking thing since it
Yes.
got stuck to the ceiling? Okay.
Oh, so you pulled it off from the wall when you were in there.
Okay.
13.
13. You don't believe that you hear anyone on the walls. And if either there's no one there or no one is talking at the moment.
I'm
I'll
just gonna test it for funsies. How high up is that actually? Let's hold on.
That wall is, let me check. 15 feet high.
Okay, well, if I go, well, 1 square is 10 feet, huh? I kind of have to
Mhm.
walk up to the wall. That's fine. I don't care.
You are a very tiny token.
I'm a tiny token. But I'm gonna be a little bit mischievous and funny, and I'm gonna give him the smell of a skunk.
You're just gonna make the wall and the other side of it smell like a skunk?
Y'all got skunked.
I mean, that'll tell me real quick if there's people up there. They'll be like, "It smells like shit."
A brutal stench overclaims the wall. You don't hear anyone scream.
I'm
And as
doing
you
it
get
up
closer, you
here.
see a guard tower in the distance.
Okay.
It's roughly a few... Let me measure it for you so I give you an exact number. It's about 60 feet ahead. And it seems there's a ballista on it and what looks like lights, so you can't see people at the moment.
Well,
What will your
if we're
group
to
be
be
doing?
if we're to be shot, well,
Well,
I as well proceed post haste.
Still didn't spell
If
preps on this.
there
Can
is no objection.
can I fly up and peek over the wall? What do you mean?
You may.
Okay.
Make a perception check and a stealth check with pass that a trace, so plus 10.
Oh my god, perception.
You don't even need a perception, just do the stealth.
Just do the stealth.
You'll see what you say.
Boop, boop. Oh my god. That was horrible. I'm not trying to.
It's a 14. 14.
I just wanted to see over the wall. I wasn't necessarily trying to be stealthy. Guagua, shut up! Oh my god!
You're
Guagua!
stealthy enough. This is what you say.
I'm gonna
it?
fucking make that redeem more expensive. Yeah, I see.
Alright. Whoop. You may report what you saw to your party if you wish.
Yes, I will. I'll come back down and be like, there is a ship thingy in there. And people. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely a place.
Yeah.
Yes, we were invited. So, without further ado, yourselves known, eh?
Shall I
I
knock
guess.
her?
I say I'll knock on the door.
Question.
Yep.
Flaming fist badges, out
Oh.
or folded in? Just
Uh,
curious, 'cause you have them on your personage. You were told there was some sort of... Actually, did your group get...
We were
Jack got
told-
given
we
the
were told
specifics on that, didn't he?
We were told
Yeah,
that
we're
if
all
we
in
plan
the
on
room.
fighting, we put them away. If we are planning on going on friendly terms, we keep them out.
Yep. Then you were... What will you be
Mm.
doing then in that case? Given that...
Keeping them out.
Did Deliara tell you the exact details of the deal? Or what it was?
Yes.
Vaguely,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
believe it was something
talked about
vaguely
it.
close to along the lines of like he's made an agreement with them to make it so that they don't harass their ships and they have like some mutual interests within the island.
What she said was that she basically would... I like the way you think of it better, so I'm not going to give you details on that. Anyways, you'll knock on the door?
Yep.
Just to double check, because I don't remember after I asked it again if I heard an answer or not. So you'll be keeping the badges hidden.
No, I was gonna put mine on.
I'm almost positive we were not supposed to show those off.
She said it was
If we
as
plan on
Byron said.
fighting.
Yeah, if you plan on fighting, don't show them off.
I'm gonna be real. I'm almost certain we're gonna end up fighting.
Well,
I
then
mean-
it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say the other part of that was she said if we plan on fighting, make sure that no one who sees them lives. So
that was her detail.
I don't know if that's a guarantee. I don't know if we can guarantee that.
I'm pretty sure we
Mm.
fucking can.
That's
Well-
what the boss told you, so it's up to you. I'm just
Listen,
curious because it could help you.
I don't see a point in taking them off. Here's the thing, if we were gonna burst through this door or try and sneak around, then I'd say take them off. But if we're gonna go up and knock on the front door, we might as well keep them on. Because I'm knocking on the front door and just saying we're here to accept your invitation.
Go for it.
Byron.
As flavor text, I want to have had like wrapped it with a vine around my braid. There you go. It's there.
You
It
do so.
exists.
The badge
Yeah,
is just hanging.
I'm not gonna have mine like super up in front of my armor. It'll just kind of be around my waist on like a belt or something.
I'm just
Perfect.
gonna have mine in my palm since it's so small compared to my big hand, and if they need
Oh.
it, I'll just open my hand.
knock on the door and just say, well, hello, we might be a bit late, but
You-
we've been requested, or rather
hear-
invited.
You hear frantic movement as you begin knocking and making a noise late into the night on this pirate alcove. You hear a pair of doors slam open, and then you hear something talking through the gate, walking up right next to it. So you hear, "Who are you and what do you want? If it's to die, then you've come to the right place."
No, actually, we have a bit of business with your captain, to which we were invited to partake in.
What's your names? Jack will announce himself.
Yeah, Jack
And-
will know.
The rest of you may if you wish.
I'm not going to.
Since you asked ever so nicely, Viren, how about yours?
Bosco Daggerhand. And the gates will open as he'll look out and see Jack, and he'll just say, "Jack and friends, you've been expected. Old Captain Gemma has been looking for you. Wants to have a friendly chat. Don't get those often."
While we're doing this, I'm just gonna kind of keep my hand close to my waist, so sort of
Come on in.
drawing any attention towards the flaming fist badges as we do.
This figure is just looking you all up and down, Mad Dog style, holding on to a dagger on his side, just hand constantly gripping the pommel of it, which is probably where he gets his name from. As he steps to the side and ushers you all to come in.
Friendly lot.
Yeah, who we are. As you see the other two guards up in the gate, just pointing a crossbow towards the door, or a ballista rather. And Byron, you may enter in.
So yeah, a point to turn me.
Enter in. Gates are closed behind you by Bosco, who would just say, "Oh, we weren't expecting guests, especially this late. Let me go speak to the captain. Don't make too much of a ruckus and just wait here, please."
All right.
And he'll walk off.
I'm gonna
We're
look
not
up
be doing
towards
any-
the ballista and then look over at Cinder. So, how hard would it be for you to make one of those?
With the time and the right equipment, I mean, probably not too long.
And how hard would it be to make one of those? And then I'm gonna pat my shoulder on here.
I mean, making it smaller is kind of a thing. I don't know.
Just have a predator shoulder
This-
cannon.
At this point, the pirates are just chatting with one another, leaning on the ballista that is still loaded, causing you to just kind of move out of the way of its general aim.
I almost want to go ask them how long they think that it would take to build.
It's up to you.
All right, fine. I'm gonna fly over
Just
to
kind of
him.
chatting. Strange group of assholes, huh? This is you. The only thing you hear as you fly up, or the first thing you hear rather, is they notice you and say, "Oh,
I have a
who are you?"
question. Oh, hi, I'm Cinder. I have a real quick question about your thingy there. How long do you think that would take to build, but like a little bit smaller, to like fit on his shoulder? And I'll point at Wolf.
I'll just
Looking
wave.
a bit confused, they look to each other. Make a persuasion check.
Forever, bro.
Cinder's just gonna have like a fucking
Oh,
turret
God.
that they could use whenever they.
I'm bad at persuasion.
They
My
look at you and
charisma's
say-
horrible.
We're just gods.
I
Get-
mean, yeah, but
Shoot.
like, where did you buy it at least?
We didn't buy it. We're just the ones who's supposed to watch it.
Ah,
Problem with that?
Strangely enough, as sort of keeping note of the ballistas all around, guards everywhere. Byron's almost a little bit less tense than normal.
They're just gonna kind of say, "Fucking captain keeps bringing in strange ass people all of a sudden. First it was the first guy, now this."
Now,
Boogity boogity.
as what's going on, I'll just kind of like walk casually, kind of saunter over here and just sort of sit down on the ground.
You do so, and at this point,
I fart noise at them and
Casually.
fly away.
yeah, taking a nice casual sit, comfortable in this environment. Strangely, Bosco eventually walks back and will just look to you and say, "Captain's bright and awake now. Caught him right before his nighttime sleep. He'd love to meet you all. And your fancy badges."
Yes. Wonderful.
I know you know this, as he points to Jack, but for the rest of you, his name's Zalrom al-Shayak. You can call him Zalrom.
Mhm.
okay.
It's respectful to refer to him by his name, and don't point out his taps his eye defect. Makes him angry.
Wouldn't
Hmm.
plan on it.
And he says, pointing to that boat over in the distance that's currently parked, "Go to the captain's quarters. He'll meet you on the deck."
Alright,
Okay.
just casually sauntering through here without any concern for the potential thing.
Real
Stra-
quick.
stra-
Bosco will
just-
walk into the building.
Real quick, I'm gonna just be
Whee!
whispering in Byron's ear as we walk. I'm just be like, okay, so just in case we do need to, murder everything on our way out of here, where do you think we should start?
I'll just whisper back to you, and I'm just gonna say, surprisingly enough, weird as this might sound, considering much of our, well, a good functional bit of our time was spent in a Drow prison camp. This is like a strange home away from home. Guards everywhere waiting to kill you or shoot you if you make one wrong step. tension in the air. Only place to sit upon the cold ground. Basically home.
Um,
Do you need a hug?
Prefer
Lucian,
not.
make a perception check.
Me or Byron?
Lucian,
Oh,
aided
Yep.
by Jack.
On it.
But just before you point that, I'll just say, the point being, from our experience in camps like this, you don't really get away easily. If we were going to try and start a fight, we'd already need a substantially good position, since we'll be pin cushions by the time we start running. Or more than likely.
well, we have a boat now.
That won't do anything.
Lucian, as this conversation drains on, Jack will just kind of tap you on the shoulder and just, while they're talking, seeing you're kind of on the sideline, he'll just say, that up there is the prison I was kept in, way back when. Broke my way out of it. And just kind of a casual side remark, basically, to you, and, as you look over at the prison, you can't help but spot a figure within the prison cell. Strangely well decorated. Where it almost looked like it was empty. Someone just hunched in the back of it. That's all. Other than that, though, walking on deck
The sharks to escape from.
is the captain. I'll reveal his token. No, wait, what'd you say, Jack?
I said how easy are the sharks to escape from.
It's best not to worry about the sharks. Try to avoid going in the water.
Easier said than done.
Yeah. Did I just delete someone? I did, I deleted Cinder.
Ah!
Cinder's there.
I re-added Cinder. Here he is.
Fairy screams.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh,
As
Oh
the
my God.
captain walk onto the deck.
The least interested looking man ever. Looks absolutely bored to be here.
For some reason, all the captain art looks really like stone-faced. I'm assuming it was just to prevent expression, but
He looks like he just found out that someone stole his last yogurt cup in the fridge, and he's just not happy about it. He's just
The
like, I'm just
captain
having that
walks
kind
out
of day.
onto
Someone
the
like
deck.
knocked mud onto his
This
pants.
massive hobbling man covered head to toe in jewelry, a gleaming gemstone, which Lucian you recognize as a sending stone in his eye socket rather, and
Oh!
he
Well,
looks
found out,
towards all of you,
I know where Lyra's sending stone went.
and he says, "A pleasure to meet you all. My name's Aurum. We've not met before, but," looks towards Jack, "I know of some of you." Smile on his face.
I guess I will give a small bow.
No need for formalities. We're all friends here after all. Friends don't bow to one another. But I
I
won't say no to it.
I just wanted to be respectful.
I appreciate it. He'll stumble on over to Jack, rest his arm on Jack's shoulder, Jack looking a little unnerved, and just say, "Me and this one have something to discuss, private-like, but we can all have a nice chat with one another before that. Right?
Sure.
Of course.
Right. So, I see all you have my good friend Lyra's little badge. Safe to assume we're working together. Or at least
As
in the
it
same
seems.
company.
Of
Yeah.
course.
We have mutual employers.
I wouldn't call her an employer, an ally,
Well,
and a good friend.
Allies, then. Good. We're on the same page, then. We wouldn't consider her an employer. An ally. That's a good.
Interesting. Lyra's the only one who's been able to keep up with how we run things around here, so... Also not too inexperienced at the whole pirate life. Leans up against the sail. So, tell me about yourselves. Other than my invitation, what brings you through here?
Well, we currently are on a bit of work passing through, and as you said, mutual allies, Lyra. So everything seemed to work out well.
Good to hear, good to hear.
Um,
Strange group of fellows, aren't you?
yes, we've been called that before.
Right menagerie of folk. Looking at all of you. Say, any of you interested in becoming pirates?
Would I have to sail out on open water?
Yeah, it's adventure.
I'm good.
Now come on, you look like the kind of guy who'd love to crack some skulls.
That is very true, and I am particularly interested in what is in said skulls. But
Right,
yeah, me and water don't exactly
right.
go
It's
very
kind of
well.
a little confused look on his face as you specify the inside of a skull.
Hmm.
Um. Anyways, now I know that most of this is just me and my good friend Jack here's business to discuss, but if any of you have some questions about anything that you might have noticed, anything you might know about us, I'd be happy to answer. See you in a bit before we chat.
Hmm. Well, suppose since you mentioned it as such, call me curious on it specifically, but you brought up the mutual ally of Lyra in that regard. Suppose how did
Right.
this got an interesting business arrangement? Does she provide you? That is, other than the safety of the annoyance-free travel, or that, just how did the whole alliance come about, or rather, agreement?
Well, you see, it's quite interesting, actually. I was rigging my ship to take off from harbor, going to pick up a mercenary that was supposed to assist me. Looking at you, Viren, still while saying this, but a little more interested, just eyeing you up and down. And while I was doing that, I got stopped and my businesses got slowed down as I saw a particularly interesting looking ship driving not too far from Port Nine Zaru. Me and my crew attacked, and it was one bloody good fight, but eventually Lyra herself held me at knife point. Instead of killing me off as she could have and taking my spoils and Lord knows it bounty, she offered me a deal. She knew that I had other compatriots who'd come to avenge me, and she knew it'd be tricky to deal with them. We'd robbed a few of them flaming fish ships in the past before this one. And she said that she would tell us the location of other merchant vessels. Competition to her, you see. And in exchange, we would leave her and her people alone and attack anything that she wanted us to. Oh, and she has a list.
So, out of curiosity,
Zip
not out of
mouth,
character,
confidential like. Throws the key away.
just out of curiosity, just as a thing, since I've noticed the glances he's been shooting. Any specific areas he's looking?
Make a perception check or an insight of your choice. An 11. Make it with advantage, aided by your dark sight. I forgot to mention.
Again, we'll see what's higher. Well, the 11's higher.
11. It's not hard to notice with an 11. But I'll just reveal the token, let you eye around, and you'll eventually notice it. As a certain figure is just up on a bridge staring down at your group.
I'll...
As you lock eyes, they turn around and walk away.
Ooh.
The cat will just say, snapping his fingers, "What's with it?"
what did he say? Sorry.
"What's with ya?"
Sorry.
Snapping in your
just
face.
Apologies. Just thought I might
Right.
have been seeing a ghost or something.
I assure you, we don't got any ghosts around here. One soon-to-be ghost, some bloke we caught nearby, trying to sneak into our camp we threw in the prison cell. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna throw him into the sharks. He ain't fetched any bounty, so could be fun for you to watch if you wish.
Sort of shrug a little bit and look to everyone else. I'm not against the idea of staying the night.
It is already pretty late.
Any further travel would be exhausting.
True.
So we'll take you up on the offer, if there's anything, of course. Safety is never free, so if there's any work you need us to do around here, or rather, I can
Here's the deal.
offer for someone else.
Here's the deal. At the Anchorage, we have one deal. One rule, rather. And that's that once you know about it, you're kinda tied into it. And if any information about it gets out, it's on your head. And you'll end up in the prison cell like the other. Just keep this little interaction a secret. Don't go snooping about where you shouldn't. I'll show you where your rooms are, and you may go to Bosco's Bilge if you wish to get something to drink. Otherwise, enjoy your rest. We'll talk in the morning.
Alright.
He
Well,
reaches out his hand to shake.
I'll shake with my non-gauntleted hand.
Locking a firm handshake with you, he says, "Pleasure to meet. I'll tell you, by the way, you look familiar."
That's so.
Eh. Something like that. Rips his hand away and says, "Right, I was about to go to sleep, so don't bother." And then he just turns around and walks to the captain's quarters and fades into it.
Alright.
Okay.
Your group left on the
So,
barge.
nerd.
And the place you're allowed to sleep is up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're saying.
I was gonna say, once I get to a nice cozy room, I'm gonna just walk away and start walking to the room without saying a word.
Mm-hmm. And you may navigate for it. Specifically, everyone stack up on each other's tokens. For me.
Where is everyone moving?
Not on ha.
So, who's ready for the absolutely horrible?
Walk up the stairs and now you're free.
Heyo.
Yeah, your rooms are to the north. Byron, as you walk on the bridge and run as fast as you can, you spot a man
Not running, but just walking.
You spot a man chiseling away at a piece of stone, sitting in a room. Not too unfamiliar from you and the rest of your group. One of the members from the fight pit back in Nyanzaru. Jorlin, you believe. Next to him, a crude and massive suit of plate armor, black and jagged.
Well,
Did
there's
I-
only
would
so
I-
many rooms, so
Would I recognize him?
Sorry, let me just reveal these two because
What?
they're. Yeah, you all recognize him from the fight pit.
Wait,
Just-
did I fight him or no?
Byron
No.
did.
I didn't fight him. He watched my
You did?
fight.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He bet on me in my fight.
Ah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I'm just gonna Not.
You remember
I'm just
Byron
gonna.
having a conversation with him.
I'll knock on the wall.
He looks up and says, "Suppose this was inevitable."
Yes, but
And all of you.
that's another thing. For the sake of it, since we're looking at, or we're all rooming, and it's best not to stack on top of each other in times like this. Would you happen to have a spare bed that I might borrow? Looking
There's a
to the
room.
2 bedrolls.
There's a room next to me that's completely empty. I don't
We
make a
have-
good roommate.
We have 5 of us here. You know that's not.
I mean,
It wouldn't be
in
the
all
best.
in all fairness, I don't really need to sleep, so
2 of you can stay in here, and the others can take the room next to me.
I'm gonna just
Look
prop
at
up
that.
my table and rest right here.
I'll step in,
Always the table.
leaning against the opposite wall.
Listen, y'all got bedrolls, I got a table. Wolf doesn't understand y'all organic flesh bags. He gets to be special in his own way.
You guys will be sitting outside chatting with one another, hearing briefly the conversation within, unless it's specified that you whisper. But otherwise, Byron, you're now in the room just watching him continue to chisel away at this stone.
Just to keep myself busy while we're just we got the awkward silence while everyone gets ready to go to bed. I'll just sort of look at that wooden carving that Wolf gave me, occasionally running my finger across it and tracing a line.
What's the carving?
He gave me one of the Upteo like maze symbols, and I'll sort of drag my gauntleted finger across it, drawing a line or tracing a line through it.
He'll look up at you eventually and say, "Did you follow me here?"
No, this seems to have just been a coincidence. In fact, you should know as well as I do that the last time my group stepped into port, I didn't so much as rest at that tavern.
Yet you always seem oddly interested in being near me.
Listen,
What's the pull?
don't consider it much in itself, but I may have remembered something more about when everything happened. A bit of a clearer picture.
Takes a deep breath. Just looks at you silently. Explain the picture.
What happened entirely that day was, you should know, but you did your best. I just wasn't fast enough. The door was opened and I ran. I just walked myself into a corner and was swallowed by the wave of dread that poured out.
Nods his head. Let me recommend something to you. I don't know if it's possible given your position, but it's a recommendation, and nothing is impossible, I've found. Try and run from the past, rather than pursuing it. The past for us holds nothing of benefit.
I've been trying to do that as much as I can. I really did. When I got out of there, first thought was to kill any thought of it, move on, make a new name, one that had no meaning whatsoever, and keep running. But just well, obviously I can't speak for your position, but just an eating feeling, just constantly pulling me back. Every night that I choose to sleep, I just keep seeing it again.
He says, "New lives are quite difficult to fabricate, huh?"
Yes.
Looking towards the armor. I've found that the mercenary industry is quite beneficial for that. You get to wear a mask, and no one questions you, as long as you do what you do well. Let me give you some advice. You say you've been running, yet you've never been able to escape, and you always feel yourself pulled back. There's always an out. You just have to be willing to look for it. I don't like to bring up my past because I've tried to move on multiple times. I understand how difficult it can be. If you truly want out of it, then you'll tell me now. Otherwise, there's something still in it for you, and I won't bother questioning it. But if we have to be next to each other, I want to start somewhat anew. I don't want to bring up old history that I'd rather forget.
I'll just dig through my bag for a second and just pull out the journal that I keep myself up to date with and just say, you know, it's strange. Despite the fact that I've left so much behind, clinging to this. I've been living this lie for so long, or rather, this new truth. I don't even know who I was. There's not a trace of a name or identity or homeland or anything. I know I was from Minzo. I know what the Drow are like. I know what happened to me. But past is gone. Just keep writing and hoping that whatever I write here, whatever future comes from it, and that's the truth of everything about me.
He says, "I know what paths you've taken. I see it in your expression. I only have one question for you. You've been given a new identity and a new life, yet you still cling to certain aspects of the past, meaning that there's still something in it for you. Do you truly want an out?" He stares you dead in the eyes. Or at least an offer.
Everything in the years that have gone by since then, everything I've done has been trying to get out of what happened. You might not believe it, but as far as I know, as far as I can tell, I barely even alive. And if I don't find a way out of it, then I'll just die there. Almost like being ripped back to have fate change again. All I've ever wanted was an out from this.
He looks to you, looks back to what he's been carving into the stone, and then tosses the stone to you. You catch it?
Yeah, I'll catch it.
Do you look at it?
Sure.
Hold on. See if I can find something easier. What you see an arcane rune on one side of the stone, and on the other side a hand holding fire. I searched similar avenues to yourself in my escape from my past. The demonic ones did not please me in the slightest, as I didn't feel that running closer to my madness was the proper way out. Instead, I ran the opposite direction. I ran to the only place that I could run. The Sword's Coast. Tried to become a hero for a bit. Never panned out. Till some old crone gave me an offer. A man, I believe. Hunched and red. Tiefling fellow, I believed. Called himself Baron of Cania. Some faraway place where I could wander and learn and escape. The only way I currently can reach that place is through this island. Mistopheles listens to those who will call. The pole of knowledge is the only escape I've found. Looks to you with almost a desperation in his eyes, one that's bringing up seeing a past in his own mind. I don't know if it's the right path for you, but so far so good, at least for me. Just looks down towards the ground.
I
know deal making isn't the most optimal way out of this. But you needn't make any deals with this. You must simply have a passion to truly want out.
I'll sort of just look to him with a completely serious expression and just say, at this point, is everyone else still like gathered around the door?
It's up to you guys.
I'm kind of just. I'm kind of.
So not me.
I'm kind of just been laying on my table, just kind of over listening to everything the whole time, but I'm not really like. I'm not really trying to pry. It's just like the fact that you two are the only one talking in the fucking dark silence of the whole night.
Baron of Cania.
I figured that
Go
other
to the
room.
hells.
I figured that this other room has Lucian and Jack in it. So like,
Yeah.
I'm just chilling with Wolf. I'm gonna fall asleep on his chest. It'll be cute.
You do
Yeah.
so. Byron, as you
I'll
are.
sort of motion for a lower tone of voice. And I'll just say, I don't know why I want to explain this, but I figure if you've part, I might as well explain a little bit of how, rather what it is that or what I've been betting everything on. It's no longer demonic. Some arguably worse. And I'll just sort of, while doing it, roll up my right arm or right sleeve a bit, like unclasping the plate and unrolling the shirt sleeve, keeping the gauntlet on my hand.
Looks at it. One of the many side effects of deal making.
There's something trapped here. It's not God, it's nothing to worship. Maybe it could be. She gave me ease of mind, promise of a new start, the chance for everything. And as horrible as this looks, this gauntlet was one of the gifts that I was provided with. On the current course we are traveling, we are set to find the second piece she seeks.
He says, and you are sure that your will is free?
We want the chance. We really do want the chance to start again. But at this point it feels that it's like we said, if we were to find rest and move past this, then we would just disappear. But there's nothing left of us. No mind, no will, just working towards something that has our life in the balance. And if she gets what she wants, then we will also get it. That's all I know it's all I've tried to know.
And you believe once you complete this, you'll truly be able to escape?
At this point, just looking at the infection that's spread all the way up to my arm, I don't know what escape even means. Is it peace? Is it comfort?
Says, neither, but at the same time both. Escape is freedom. Freedom to do what you want, not tied down by a matriarchy, not tied down by bosses or prison guards. It's the ability to make your own choices, good or malicious. He says, as it stands, you're not too far towards being locked. Our missions might end up coinciding in the end of the day, given what you've shown me. I can help you play this to your benefit, give you a way out once this is all done. However, you must abandon the madnesses of the past. For as long as you follow them, they will hold you back, whether you see it or not. Staring at you, deadpan expression.
Looking back through that panel, just say, is it even something that can just be cut off like that?
A slight smile.
It's not a wound, it's not a scar. It's
Oh,
the
but
only
it
thing
is.
it's the only thing that keeps my mind at rest. It's all that's allowed me to travel with them.
It is a scar. A scar to the soul. One that's cut you down the middle. And all scars can be healed. As long as you search for the right medicine. Kind of looking towards the stone you're holding. You've caught my interest more than you could have hoped to. These pirates are a means to an end. For now. Can't say the same about your adventures here, but I have a feeling this is not going to be where our paths will end.
Most likely not. Guess we'll just to see when this all plays out.
Look inward. Look towards yourself and towards the one which I've told you of. There are ways to heal. You just have to be willing to find them. And perhaps the next time our paths cross, it will be in good terms. Otherwise, I can't let the madnesses of my past slow me down, staring straight at you.
That's fair. If we've come to terms with, or at least we thought we had come to terms with everything, but suppose we'll have to see. At the very least, we will know in the coming days when we finally find the next step. If we're still compelled to it, then we'll see if we can what choices we make. And if we do cross paths again, and we do, just know that whatever choice we make there will be our own. It won't be forced upon us, so if we work together the next time, then I'll approach it knowing, but if not, we choose the other. We won't bore you or try to pretend that we don't know where all this will end up.
He nods and says, "Allow me to ensure that our paths will cross again. I recommend looking into that figure who's to be executed tomorrow in the prison cell. They have lots of information. They've shared lots with me. Perhaps they can be of use to you."
Hmm.
I'm not sure, but curious figures always seem to lead in strange directions, don't they?
Hmm. Well, we'll... Suppose then there's no need for concern.
He says, "There's a chance you make a scene here by tomorrow. I'm going to take a walk outside of the camp, just in case the pirates need me." Stands up, starts to put on his armor. You now see his form completely hidden behind this jagged black stone. Or armor, rather. As he puts it on, the scent of... It burns almost your nostrils, but if there's a way to describe brimstone, this is it. Follows him, so walk out of the room. He'll wave at you and Cinder as he walks out, Wolf.
Hello.
Don't make a comment.
Fair enough.
I don't move. I'm like a parent that has their cat trapped in their lap and they don't want to move.
Don't wake the cat. Mm.
For the rest of you, what will all of you be doing now that you all have time to chat or do as you wish? The night's still young, but everyone here is asleep in the camp.
Well, something I was gonna do during that conversation, which weirdly lines up pretty well. But I go over to this door,
Which one?
the one to the left here.
Oh! Don't open it yet.
I wasn't planning.
I meant for that to be the case. Let me just check something to make sure this is supposed to be unlocked first before I tell you anything, right?
Of course.
A fortified balustrade, whatever the hell that means, overlooks the anchorage to the south. The wooden platform extends over the water on pillings, and a crane on a platform serves to lift cargo up to this warehouse. Thrust into the rune-hewn back wall, we'll save that one for when you get in there. Yeah, the door is sealed with an iron padlock. Jack can help you unlock it if you wish.
No. Real shame. Tomorrow. Me.
So no one else has any plans for the night?
I can't really go anywhere or do anything. I'm stuck here.
Oh,
You
Iron.
can move me.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
You don't
made
understand.
your literal bed. Now you will lie in it and enjoy.
Yeah, I can't. It's the rules. It's the rules. If cute tiny thing lays on you and falls asleep, you are not allowed to move until it wakes up. And if you are the reason that it woke up and interrupted its nap, the punishment is death. It's death.
Early gates will not open for you.
No, you are banished to hell.
Exactly.
Anyways, Brian, did you say something?
Oh, in my usual meditative state, just sort of not sure if I will or not get any level of connection, but I'll just sort of give myself to the usual rest that I find as my sort of weird, distorted hellscape of a dreamland, quote unquote.
Perhaps most unnerving of all, you receive no connection. But this is also somehow maybe a good thing, as it potentially means that whatever watches you might not be able to yet hear. But you're unsure.
Well, in that case, I'll just rest.
Right? Your entire group will rest and awaken bright and early in the morning. Oops. And as you all wake up, what's the plan for the day?
I roll off of his chest and bonk onto
fall
the
on the
floor. Yeah.
Oof.
I'm just kind of gonna look down over the table. Hey,
Good morning.
did you sleep well?
Yeah, it's okay. It's like sleeping on a rock. I mean, you are a rock. So, I mean, it went about as expected.
That was nice. Thank you.
Aw, you're welcome. I can give you cuddles anytime, Wolf.
I don't really know what those are, but you know what?
That's what
Sure.
I did. I cuddled. I was cuddles.
Positive.
Yeah. Usually, anytime I'm ever close to something like that, it's dead. But I'm glad you're not dead.
No, I'm not dead. If you had rolled over in your sleep, I probably would be dead right now, but you know, it didn't happen, so.
I mean, I don't really sleep. I kind of just had to lay there all night unmoving because I didn't want to disturb you. But you know what? The stars are pretty nice, so that was distracting me.
The stars, the sound of the waves. Yeah, I mean, anyway.
You snore loud as fuck.
Hey, yo! Oh! Oh!
I'm sorry?
No, it's okay. I'm just letting you know, just in case it was like cause for medical distress.
I'll keep that as a note for later. Thank you all.
Would you like a throat lozenge?
If you have one, I'll take it.
I'm actually like the funniest thing is that I actually do have like a piece of candy that I took from the village one time in my inventory, so
Oh
she
my
can
god.
Cinder can have that, and I'll just say it's a throat lozenge. there you go.
Thank you, Wolf. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go back to laying on my table now. I was just gonna lay back down on my table.
Oh my god. I'm walking away.
Christ almighty.
I'm walking away with my lozenge, with my wings like
You take
defeated, falling down on the floor.
Non-existent lodge engine.
It's a candy. It's a piece of candy.
That candy is like weeks old.
That's fine. As long as it's properly like wrapped up, it's fine.
I
Piece of
it-
goblin.
My god, shut up.
Your group all
I,
meets outside of your rooms.
stole it from one of the dead goblin children you yeeted.
Lucian,
What's
do
from the body's gone.
Lucian, do you think I snore really loud?
Oh, absolutely. I hear it every night.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're gonna
No,
hear Wolf call over. It's not that it's bad. It's just we're just telling you.
Oh no, it's absolutely bad, but I've dealt with worse.
Lucian, shut up.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just gonna fly away with my fucking candy in my hand. I'll sit over here and eat my candy. Don't plop it in my mouth.
You know, brutal honesty is how people improve.
Brutal honesty is how you get stabbed in the neck sometimes, Lucian.
I don't know, hasn't happened yet.
Your neck's looking awfully stabby.
You can try.
I will try. You apologize now.
No, I think I'm fine. And I am going to face step right past him and move on with my day.
You blue-robed bastard. You apologize to my cat.
God.
Apologize to my cat.
I'm telling you, Wolf, it's gonna be great. Cinder's gonna learn how to improve snoring.
How am I gonna stop snoring if I'm doing it while I'm unconscious?
You'll figure out some machine thing. It's your job to figure that out, not mine.
Cinder invents like the nighttime sleep aid breathing machine.
Sleep apnea machine. Oh my
The
God.
copium machine. I don't snore. I don't snore. I don't snore.
Oh my God.
Oh fuck. But no, Cinder, like I think it's cute. Like you're fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. As long as it doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
You want to take another nap?
No.
Okay.
You hear a bell rung throughout the camp. And just a loud "Rise and shine!" from Bosco Daggerhand throughout the camp.
No, I don't think I will. I'm gonna lay back down.
Byron, wake the fuck up!
Yes, we're awake. Don't mind us. Sort of shoo my hand away.
Alright.
We'll be behind you in a moment. Just need to get up and gather ourselves.
I want y'all to know that this is literally the most relaxed and happy Wolf has been in a long time because he literally doesn't have a fucking constant itch to kill things now.
Got his apple juice.
Yeah,
That is happy juice.
I got my appy juice.
Yeah. Alright, well. You just gonna stay here, or?
Are you talking to me or
Yeah,
Byron?
you're laying down still on the table.
I mean, I don't know. I got like get up in a minute.
In a
It's
minute.
nice out today.
Just walking over, looking at you. It's best that you get up and move, or we may have to remove the table from underneath you.
I'm just kind of gonna grip the edge of the table and kind of squint the little eye slits that glow at it. I'm just gonna like, you wouldn't dare.
I'll put one of my hands on it. Oh, I would.
Uh,
I'm
or
going to slowly stand up. I'm gonna say, "Don't you ever threaten me or my table ever again." I'm gonna
It worked,
pack up my.
didn't it?
Shut up. Pick up my table and pack it away. This is all
Oh,
I
well.
have. Damn it. Well, not all I have, but I like it. I don't have many things. Okay.
Oh well.
Mm. I'm gonna get up and start walking towards the center of the town.
Well.
Or the camp.
You
or
walk
whatever.
towards the center of the camp. I'll just here.
whee,
Get up. Stack up. Stack
battle
up, squad.
formation.
Battle stack.
Formation. Put you over here. Goblins. Goblins.
Goblins.
You're free. And as you all come out, you walk up to Bosco, I assume, and he says, "Huh, seems the captain took a liking to you. Saying as he's willing to let you sleep here."
He was a very friendly fellow.
You must have really did something he liked. Well, I don't know what kind of business he'll have you on, but we're about to have an execution. If you'd love to watch.
Who's it for?
Points to the prison cell. Snuck in, figured out about the camp. Sending him off.
Was that the prison cell that Byron was just sleeping in, or?
Iron. Pinging. Pinging it now.
The one that Leishan tried to get into.
Sharks.
Ah. Well, okay, maybe
But
we.
after breakfast, of course, we're respectful executioners.
Yes.
Holding his nose up.
All right. I'm just gonna pop a cork on one of my now limitless bottles and just kind of trail off.
He
I'm
just
gonna
says,
sit down in the sand.
"I'll make breakfast. If you brought something for yourself, enjoy it. Otherwise, I've got stuff to do."
Just out of curiosity, for the sake of it. Does your lot like to do standard prison interrogations on these prisoners?
We've had a few people interrogate the fella. Hasn't given us much information. You have to go talk to the captain if you want that. I'm sure he'd let you do it if you're friends with him.
Yeah. Just say, a way around a drug prison camp, and I'd be interested in...
We've had your kind
Checking
around
them up.
here.
Yes.
Look, talk
But
to the
not me.
captain. I'm just a cook.
I'll just walk over.
Oh god, he's the cook.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Bosco's build.
I mean, if he asks, can all of us talk to the guy before he goes into the water?
I'm going to beat this man.
Why? What? What the fuck?
I mean, all of you can. All of you are free to go to the captain. Well,
Yeah,
Byron
you
asks.
can come with me.
Uh,
I'll go with.
I just
we're about to watch Byron beat a man senseless. Let's go.
It is worth duly noting, by the way, because I didn't really specify this and now I'm raising it. NPCs, as far as it's concerned, your guides, the only one who joins you pretty much all the time is Dragonbait, otherwise your guides are outside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a do note.
Oh, Dragonbait's gonna get a watch us beat the shit out of this one too.
How is Dragonbait doing?
He's unnerved and trying to stay quiet.
We did kill like 10 kids in front of him.
Oh,
He's
fuck.
unnerved to the matter. He seems uncomfortable, but following your lead at the moment.
I'm gonna hand him a vial of that blood that I enjoy drinking so much, and just be like, "You want some? You want some?"
No, I
No?
don't do that.
Okay. Just, I don't know. I don't really have anything to offer. I gave Cinder my last piece of
I mean-
candy, so
Thank you, I guess.
I mean, you're welcome. Cinder, you want some?
And
What? The
Byron.
blood?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Nope,
I'll
nope,
take it.
Sorry, Lucian. Woo!
Ooh.
Zauram walks out of his captain's quarters, hearing footsteps on his deck, and says, "Good morning, sunshines.
Morning.
How'd the sleep treat ya? Good rooms, eh?
Yes. Wonderful. So,
I like the porch.
Thank you. Porch?
That little
Oh, whatever.
wooden area you got outside of the rooms there.
The walkways. Strange. Anyways, yeah.
curiosity.
Right. That's what I'm here for.
So, I've heard that you caught no luck interrogating that prisoner.
We've got a little bit of information out of him. But all we really care about is that he's not going to be alive to spread any information.
Well, so long as he's alive for your execution. Would you mind if I saw him to try to see what information I could get out of him?
He says, "You know what? Sure. Why not? Dead man walking anyways."
Wonderful, and I will walk off instantly.
I will go
No,
with him.
points to Jack. This one isn't allowed anywhere near a prison cell again.
Rest assured. Most of you probably shouldn't come along. This might be a little offensive.
I'm going
It's
anyway.
just, I'm coming along.
What if I tried to talk to him nicely first and then you beat him up? We play the good guy, bad guy.
I like that idea. Zarum just says, "Oh, Jesus Christ."
I'm just
walks
gonna,
back into his cat quarters
gonna-
angrily.
as you two say that, I'll just sort of laugh a bit and just say, you can play the good cop after he's more willing to listen. Good cop. First, I need
mean-
to.
Okay.
Bad
Now
cop.
here's the tricky part to getting to the prison cell. The only way there is via raft.
Oh, like fuck it is. Hold on a second.
I mean, technically, hold on.
Where are you gonna try and teleport?
You already knew what I was gonna say.
So, I would like to.
Him too, yeah, we can both. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'd like to face step here and then in here,
Where?
from here to here.
Ping it for me.
And
I
then
can't see
here.
your pings.
Oh, you can't see the ruler. Okay.
Yeah, I can't see
so-
your light. Just ping it.
Why is it not
Oh
pinging?
god.
Okay. Boop. Does that one do it? No.
I can't see nothing.
Why is it not pinging?
Ping your hold down the
Why
clicky.
can't you stop doing it?
Hold down your clicky.
You're like,
Oh,
There you go.
why the hell
That's
can you?
that's Viren's ping.
Wait,
Yeah, like, I'm pinging for him 'cause I'm seeing
where his
cursor is.
I can't say my
Oh,
going-
oh, yeah. Actually, move your cursor around. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here
it's playing
and
a
then
clip.
into the cell.
So wait. You want to teleport? Just to correct me,
Mm,
here and then into the cell?
Like a pirate?
Yeah.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow,
I
Like
will
they're
warn
gonna
you
come
now.
out there by raft anyway.
ow.
This is where all the pirates keep their treasure.
Oh. Okay.
Well-
Well, maybe not that then.
Yeah, the captain would give you good warning not to go anywhere near that room.
Okay. Well then, yeah, that's me. Have fun, Cinder.
I guess
Oh,
raft.
I was gonna
Raft.
say, just how far away
What's that?
is that?
It's you can imagine 90 feet.
Okay, well, come over here.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I can take one other person. Who wants to go?
I'll go. I
See.
would.
You guys got it.
I think I'll go because I don't really think we should let Byron be the guy who initiates this.
Oh, I
Okay,
think you should
well,
absolutely have Fire be the guy that
Oh, I'm gonna
initiates.
initiate it whether you want me to or not.
Okay, well, I will burn both of my second level spots. Oh, first off, I think I have to just take one of them with me first, or over there first. I can teleport Byron first, and then Wolf. It's like 12 seconds. Here you go. Boop boop. There you go. You're over there now, and I
By
can.
the time you're finished teleporting me,
You're vortex warping him over there, correct?
Yes.
How do you plan on vortex warping him back if you're out of both your spell slots?
oh yeah, and the raft isn't over there either.
That's a good
Toss you the
question.
keys to the cell.
I can bring the raft over. It's fine.
Okay.
So we're
You
getting
will be being
teleported.
watched, but there are keys.
I'll. You guys could do that, and I'll just safely like tie a rope to like a part of the chair on the raft and like drag it over so I'm not anywhere near the sharks.
Yeah, I was gonna
success-
say, if you go on the raft will safely keep you from getting attacked by the hunter sharks.
I just don't want to even think about that being a possibility.
Ignoring the floating planks of wood that litter the water.
I'm going
From-
to turn. Oh no, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go
Drag
ahead.
your token
I was
over.
gonna say I'm gonna turn towards Byron, and I'm going to see, or I'm going to say, you know, normally I'm one who
Oops.
is just fine with the application of physical violence, especially in terms of deadly means, because it's fun. But
I'll help you out here.
Token is so
But-
small I can't move it.
but you know, I
Got
would like to know what really has you in such an aggressive mood to pummel this guy to death.
As you're on the raft sailing.
God. Here, move your token in,
Byron.
Wolf. Mm.
Oh.
You say that, and I'll just say, just one a question asked. That's all.
We want it.
But consider it personal vendetta.
Let me do
I
this.
don't have anything against him, but
There we go. Thank you.
He's not
it's
here.
worth doing.
Oh yeah,
Station-
I'm chill back on the boat. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
gonna I'm just gonna send an owl familiar over to listen to the brutalization and watch from
Okay.
afar.
Yeah, I know that like it's not really a personal thing, Byron, but usually you aren't this quick to jump into violence. At least I don't really see you advocating for it first thing. You at least have given other people the chance to solve it some other way. It's like you just kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or what?
Wolf, I think you're kind of forgetting our buddy here has a little case of dual mindedism.
I know that, but I'm just asking. You know, it's like I don't know if there's any ulterior motive here. We're just being out in the open about it. I mean, if you're gonna beat the shit out of the guy, beat the shit out of the guy. I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm just saying I'd like to know at least why.
Yeah. Allow me to explain. And
Huge dragon.
I'll walk into the cell.
Alright, hold on, let me make Dragon Bait aptly sized.
I was gonna say that's a huge dragon bit.
Big Dragon Bait.
That's a huge bitch.
Okay, I can't. Did it delete the.
He's gone.
Oh, there.
Smart
Good
dragon bait.
He is as big as a shark.
Shrink. Shrink. Small. Into the cell.
How did he get there?
Don't worry about it.
Was he on the raft?
Yeah.
When I was pulling it?
There's
Okay.
two rafts. There's two rafts.
Okay.
But either way, the rafts are parked outside. The sharks are circling the base, and you see a figure just sitting in the cell, minding his own business. Human man, just looks like drawing pictures in the dirt. Arcane sigils, perhaps.
This is where this gets brutal. I walk up and immediately just fucking straight lift my foot, boot straight to the face to knock him over.
Gonna post a picture. He just looks up to you, minus like all the armor and swords, obviously. He just looks up at you and says, "Oh hell!"
Oh,
I mean,
Ow.
damn, dude, what the
Oh,
fuck?
As he does that, I'm gonna reach in my pocket and pull out a stone and roll it to the ground and just say, "Explain now." And I'm gonna put my boot on his head and hold him to the ground
He looks to the rock. Is it the one that
that I was given by Jorlin.
he says? Nice to meet you. My name is Pontifex. Yours?
Byron was given
Me
this
see.
by Jorlin.
Ah, the other one that beat the snot out of me. Right.
Ah,
Very
Good to see
familiar.
you, Joel.
It's hard to see the stone from this angle in the dirt.
Take my foot off, grab him by like the top of the head and pull him up.
Thank you. It says, may I, and then reaches to grab the stone.
Motion towards it.
Picks it up. Carefully looks it over. Right, so, yes. Symbol of Mephistopheles. Well, I'm not one to argue or anything, but, I'm assuming you want the same information that the other one came here for. I saw this symbol all across him. Fiery brimstone. You see, the one he works with, or worships, however you say it, he was very intense about the worked with part. He's a seeker of truth and knowledge, if you can believe that. And he wanted information on a specific old friend of mine through the jungle to pursue.
Who is it?
He says, that's a tricky one to say aloud.
Roundhouse kick him to the side of the head.
Make an intimidation check. He'll take a let's roll a d4 for me. Points of damage. 4 points of damage
Damn!
Intimidation.
with advantage.
Okay, well, yeah, looks good then, and roll another one then. Wow.
The dice
3 and
don't like
4.
you today.
That's karma.
Stares to you and says, I was just thinking about it too. Something strange. Anyone else in the cell besides Viren, who's roughing him up, make a insight check for me.
Okay.
I'm going to just crouch.
There via owl.
I'll just sort of crouch down next to him and hold up my like sort of messed up gauntlet and just say,
Sender.
"Do you work?
You want me to? Okay, sorry.
Keep going there.
I need to know. Are you working with Jorlin, or does this friend work against him?"
That's a little complicated. I do not believe that my friend and him have ever met, or even know about each other in the first place. I haven't talked with this friend in a very long time. I came here too, and, well, got stuck in here.
What if? What if
Lucian,
I was?
real quick. You happen to notice that no matter how much he's injured, it seems that the damage he sustains physically is minimal. Strange.
Now, what if I were to tell you? Don't know if this matters at all. Well, it might not. But where my interests in this are probably the exact opposite of Jorlin's.
So, you want to stop the one who hunts my friends?
He made his path to walk with the Infernal. He asked me if I want, but as far as I know, this is not an out. It is surrendering your head to something worse. I've already made a choice, and I walk in opposition.
He looks at you like you are psychotic, and he says, Yep, opposition. Walking paths, lots of paths in life, and mazes and whatnot, right? That's what this island's all about. He kind
Mhm.
of sits up
What
and
do you
dusts
know?
himself off a bit.
What do you know of demons?
About as much as I would like to know. Not much.
Do you know Do you know anything of this island's legends, specifically pertaining to Dendar?
Oh, yes, I believe I've heard of that one. Yeah, a few times, sure.
Now, is this just a passing herd, or does your friend have any interest or connection with demons or things of that nature?
I'm much more pleasant in the conversation when I'm not being beaten to death in the middle of it.
I've stopped swinging at you.
I
So
told you
stand
to
up.
let him have a chance.
May I stand?
Motion for him to stand up.
Thank you. He will stand up and dusts the rest of himself off and says, as I said before, to reintroduce and start anew. My name is Adele Pontifex. It's a pleasure to meet you, pirates. Anyways, my friend and I have mutual interests in this island's history, and I came here seeking answers to questions long lost. I'm an explorer of kinds, and I believe the pirates here are about to execute me, meaning I probably shouldn't stick around for long. As
Yeah.
if I have the choice.
Um.
I don't know what you wish to know, but for his own safety, I cannot share my friend's information.
Just sort
Mm,
of
I'm sworn an oath.
dusting myself off and wiping off anything from my boots and gauntlet. I'll just say, if you don't know about Inferno, devils, demons, or Dendar, then I have no more use for this. You'll make it out on your own, fine.
He just kinda says, "Yep, suppose I will," and here I was thinking I'd have a pleasant conversation today. See him
well,
walk outside.
I'll just say to everyone else, interrogate him, say whatever you want. Doesn't bother me anymore. He's useless.
Just looks to all of you and says, "Goodbye to you as well." Towards you, Byron. Looks to the rest of you. um, pleasure to meet you all.
I
Oh,
wanted the
hello.
nice approach, by the way, but he wanted answers
That's
about
pleasant to hear.
I wasn't
Uh,
really particular on him beating you up or not beating you up, though I tried to advocate for a civil approach first, at least.
Ah, that is concerning, but also good to hear, I guess.
I'm kind of impartial. I don't really know you yet.
Well, suppose I'll be lowered into the shark soon, so getting to know me isn't important.
I don't know. I mean, first impressions and being a lot. I mean,
Meh.
you took the hits like a champ.
Yeah. I've taken a few hits, given my time here.
mm,
So what are you
just
in for?
yeah.
Simply exploring too close to the Pirates' Cove. You see, I sailed into this island and thought to go exploring for my friend, and while I was exploring, I happened upon a place I shouldn't have been, apparently. This place.
So you don't
So
know anything about this place.
No, quite the contrary. I know quite a bit. However, I'm not too keen on sharing information, given my locking in this cell and my crude treatment.
it's only fair. I mean, I wouldn't really be expecting to give anything either word if I was treated harshly.
Yes, I suppose that's so, huh? Say, you all seem like well-off people. Good fellows. He reads you both, you all up and down, the ones that are in the cell, and he says, how do you know the pirates?
One of our friends knows him. The cat dude.
Right. Are you good friends with the pirates?
I just met him
More
today.
more like associates for now, I would say. We kind of really only around them as long as we need to be.
You certainly don't act like pirates.
We're like adventurers.
Huh. Yes, I too am an adventurer. Part of a group, I don't know if you've heard of us, we're called the Society of Stalwart Adventurers. But, you see, and he starts walking towards the back of the prison cell. I have things to do, places to be. How about we strike an arrangement? And he starts leaning against the wall. Your friend wants information. I'm sure you're just as curious. And since I'm about to die, I might as well offer. Do you want to help me escape?
I mean, sure, but the
That was
problem.
surprisingly easy.
I mean, there's. I mean, and don't take this the wrong way when I say this. There's really. We get about as much out of it saving you as letting you die, so it kind of goes either way. But at the same time, I wouldn't really like to see you
Mm,
die, so.
That's pleasant to hear.
If there's a way that we can help that doesn't get us in trouble.
Oh, yes. There is, actually. He walks up to you, Wolf, and will kind of reach his hand out for a shake. And
Oh.
currently you're blocking anyone looking into the cell from seeing him.
Oh, okay. I'll reach out and shake my hand as well. Or
You
shake
grab his hand and you go right through it. As it becomes translucent momentarily.
Oh.
Stares you
Oh.
right in the eyes. Looks over to you, Cinder. I'm not staying here for any more amounts of time. Just make a loud noise and I'll leave the back.
Make a loud noise.
Just distract them somehow, make sure the guards aren't looking at me, and then I'll just point at the wall. Swoop. They have something of mine in their storage room I need to go grab, and then I'm out.
Do we have to do it right now? Because there's a couple things we could do when we get back there.
It's up to you. I just know they're lowering me today, so before that, preferably.
Okay.
Or else escaping might be a little more tricky.
I have something, but I like, who do you need to block the way? Exactly.
I just simply need you to talk to any guards that are looking towards the cell. Make sure no one's casting their gaze towards me.
But you need a loud noise, like a
No,
distraction.
not particularly. I can just sneak through the wall and leave.
Okay.
I got an idea.
What?
Dragon bait.
Nah,
How much can you drink?
I mean, a tiny bit. I don't do it often, but I'd say a good amount.
Close enough. All right, come on. We're going back. I got an idea.
Okay. Pontifex says, pleasure to meet you, Dragon Bates. Enjoy your drinking. Says, yeah, you, too. And we'll just kind of walk out of the cell with you guys.
All
Enter
right.
onto the rafts. And as you enter onto the rafts, because we're 11 minutes past, and I want to end, he simply looks towards all of you, holding on to the bars of the cell, a desperate look on his face as he sees you leave, and says, what an awful interrogation. They just keep getting worse. And will simply allow you all to enter the raft and sail towards the